it back, but you know, Spectrum.
Oh, we were gonna probably wait until a certain point and then be like, alright, bye.
Okay.
Sorry about
Well,
that.
I'm here. That's all good. So.
Yeah, I know.
I am small
You
death
just got back and
kobold.
it's like,
Let's go.
hey.
That's cool.
Either turn your camera on or become your character then,
Yeah.
Mr. Booker.
She said.
Roll
1d8.
Oh boy, I'll do it.
Do it, Vance.
On that one, please.
That
Oh,
Hey.
this isn't allowed.
It's time.
No.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna. Oh, I'm glad I get to roll the wild magic table.
So we're just. No, not that one. Yeah. It's perfect music. The edgy dice.
Alrighty, well, I guess I'm allowed to roll the 1d8 now, because, wait, no, it's normally a d9. It's normally a... Yeah, well, whatever.
It has never been a D... Like, it had been
Hasn't.
before, but it hasn't been for, like, 14 weeks.
Alright.
So, nice try, though. I respect the attempt.
Do you, though?
As the black smoke rises off of the thing, we begin.
Ooh. The weight. Oh, Vince, have you been told the story of the edgy dice? The stories.
I think I've picked up on it from the previous VODs.
They are responsible for the majority of the TPKs that have happened.
3 of them now.
Yes.
Oh
I've
boy.
at least seen one.
They're responsible for 3 TPKs now.
Yes.
Oh.
They were
Episode
responsible
2
for
of TPK?
They were responsible for the TPK that happened. to
Before
party,
this
though.
one.
Yeah, I know before that one, but not this one. This one
That's
was
true.
just our sheer lack of facilities and ability to do anything.
Your
The-
severe
our
lack to
dice.
roll.
Yeah.
Roll 20s rolls. That
In game,
was...
we just sucked. Like,
In game, you
In-
sucked so hard that
in Crunch, we just couldn't do anything. In Fluff, we couldn't do anything. In Crunch, it was just...
Numbers.
Wow,
in
numbers did
Fluff,
not
I
add.
imagine it was like just the stress of the situation. There were demons popping out of the walls.
Yup.
In a-
I mean, and then I got knocked down.
Well, it's Torin. Like, he was gonna do I, because he gets, like, nearly triple the amount of opportunities everyone else did to roll.
Mm-hmm.
In combat, he gets like...
Yeah, Nyx has one of the least amount of opportunities to roll. Her and Marathon.
I mean, so did Dargul, because...
That's true.
Mirth
was-
the last one standing. Damn.
Yeah, because they were in the
Yeah.
back, and he just, like, started cutting through you guys. But anyways, that's not the point of tonight. Tonight we are playing with this party, the new guys.
Stubretto.
Welcome
non-dead
back,
guys.
everybody. Vince, make sure to switch your character over to Matthias. So that
Oh, yes. I always keep forgetting that. Bam, done.
Yes.
The better art.
The better art. The better art. So, when we last left off, you all had been celebrating your recent victory in collecting an odd stone for your patron. And in that, an ominous message was played in all of your heads.
Is this true?
Almost a declaration of war.
This is true.
And at that moment, a winged shape flew over you. And in pursuing this, you were ambushed, along with a merchant caravan, by dozens of goblins, all with the insignia of a goblin hand slapping a wolf. Bedecked in this, a Barghast was revealed to be in their midst and assisted you in this fight. After killing every single goblin, you made your way to Dalcorin, hearing the news of the fate of Cargill.
We saw the big...
And you saw
Thing.
the towers, the floating towers of Alistar moving.
And big, like, dragon sort of thing. Well, not dragon, but, like, blob with wings, and then we saw Angle.
That was the winged beast.
We saw the winged beast, and that's why we went to Dalcorin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we saw the Well, I think Vince saw the Angle.
Vince saw the angle.
Yeah, you probably deduced that was the creature.
Yeah, that we saw over
That you
our
saw
property.
over the
Properta. Our properta.
That's what was flying. You assumed that angel thing.
Well,
That is headed to Cargill.
It's headed
and
in the
me,
general direction.
I remember me and
we
Momira
were.
wanted to dissect it and study it.
Yep. And that's where we pick up. You guys are just listening to the town criers announcing this tragedy.
How long have we been out? Jeez.
Yeah, how long was travel?
Travel was about maybe 2 days.
Oh, okay, so we weren't out for long.
Oh no, I meant like he was saying that in character because they haven't been like in society for like a good month or so.
Oh!
And then when they left, Cargill was and when they came back, Cargill's dead.
Kirkle's
So-
dead as fuck. War has been declared. Get ready, bitches.
Yes, all of those things.
Yeah, totally. So, let's see. Well, I think first things first, usually what I do as a player when I get into a new fucking town, well, we've got to determine, well, how long are we staying in Dalcorin? Because I know we were following this thing, and we were actually on our way to Advencia to go drop off the object to our, patron.
We could walk about and see what's to offer in Dalcorin.
That's true, we haven't been here in a while, and, war's been declared. Meaning travel's been...
Maybe people need some help, and help brings opportunities.
That's true.
Hello?
I'm not a part of this party.
Yeah, I'm asking like.
Yeah, Tom, Vince, do you got opinions about this?
I'm not really familiar with Delcorin, so I'm not entirely sure what's to do here exactly.
You could go pick up a pamphlet.
Oh, right. This is a bitty city big enough that it's got an information center.
Yep.
Um.
Legitimately, I'm not kidding.
Mhm.
There's like a lot of like attractions that they have here.
Touristy spots.
Not touristy, kind of touristy.
Not
More
a
like-
tourist trap.
We're like, hey,
But-
first time here? Well,
Check these places out.
yeah.
Yeah, why don't
Adventurers,
we-
get out.
Adventurers-
not welcome. Go the fuck
We're
away.
just like, uh-oh.
Ah, damn it.
Damn it.
Ah, well, damn. Guess we're skipping to Advencia, boys.
Let's go.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. But anyway, yeah, I agree with going to the visitor center.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just do that.
You approach a gnomish man who's kind of just like sitting in a booth. Doesn't really pay you much mind, and you can just take a pamphlet.
Oh.
You don't have to pay for it or anything. It's printed with the government's money.
Mhm.
One recommendation is going to see the Silver Spire, which is the large silver tower that is basically like in the center of the city.
Mhm.
They boast an elite guard in Dalcorin, which are very much overly, you assume over-exaggerated to be like big wigs, you know? They're called the Silver Lions.
Mm.
And they show like grandiose pictures of them stopping crimes and other things like that. There's also simply called the Bazaar, where it is like a couple cities blocks worth of travelers who come to sell their goods. So
Traveling
it's
market.
just a huge marketplace.
Hmm.
There's also there's a deep gnome whose name is Geo Dilkar, who runs a tour of a long-forgotten deep gnome mine
Ooh.
deep underneath the city. There's also the Underdarky, an Underdark themed restaurant.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
I would like to go there.
There's also there's large temples to Minal and Lorea, called the Radiant Sanctuary and the Subterranean Lunar Sanctuary.
Hmm.
They speak of many miracles that come out of these places. And you can also see there are a few noble houses here.
Okay.
You have House Stren, which are mainly actually a Stren is the current minister of Duckhorn at the moment. There's also House Lizer, who is the patriarch of the house. Brian Lizer is a gold member of the Trade Kings Conglomerate. Which basically means he's the highest tier in that guild that you can be.
Oh yeah.
The Trade Kings Conglomerate is basically a united merchants guild.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And those are generally the places you can go in Dalkarn. Those are the most popular places.
I am interested to try this marketplace, the bazaar.
As am I. I also want to go to the Spire.
Perhaps on the spire we might see the path of destruction from this beast.
I'm also very
That,
interested in Inspire.
and
I
we
think
could
we-
know why. Besides the destruction of cargo, why are the towers of
Alistar.
Alistar moving?
You may even slay the spy.
We may.
Maybe.
It's they.
Alright, so where are you going first?
Wait.
You got a lot of
Wait.
options.
We do got a lot of options.
I'd say my vote is going to the Spire.
So is mine.
Oh, well, I was going to head to the marketplace first to see what was available.
I think it is in the best interest that we go to the spire first, just to make sure nothing horrific is going on.
Get ourselves situated, then we can buy whatever we want.
I'm
But
personally
if the
very
spires of if the towers of Alistar are involved in it, what much more is there that we can do?
We could get information.
I suppose. All right, you've talked me into it.
To the spire.
To slay the Spire!
Okay. You open up
The
Steam.
Iron Chad!
You open up Steam. You launch
The Steam
Slay
client.
Spire. You
Right.
select the Ironclad. You got a few options. You can either take
I cast Strike 3 times.
strike 3
I
times.
cast Strike.
All right, you do.
Alright, I did it. I launched Slay the Spire.
All right, congratulations. You're officially one step closer to embracing this meme.
Yes.
You actually
Good bit, good bit.
You make your way through the
You actually did.
city. Okay. And as you're making your way through to the spire, which isn't, you don't need directions because you just follow the like hundreds of feet tall tower that's in the center of the city. You see lots of like half elves, but drow lineage, so half drows. A lot of them. Like the majority of the population is half drow.
Alrighty.
And you make your way through, and as you approach the you see the large silver spire, and you see there's many windows which all have like very very thick glass panes in them, with almost like even like a lighter silver like outline for the trim of the window, and it just spirals up for hundreds and hundreds of feet, getting lost above the clouds almost. And at the front gate, you actually see two silver lions are standing outside. They're both half drow in nature, and they have like breastplate armor with like the symbolism of like a lion on the front of the chest. they nod to you. They don't seem suspicious or anything.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't like it's a public building. The majority of it is. So you guys enter into the spire, and you see a half-drow man sitting behind a desk, who is basically buried in paperwork. Like, there is so much paperwork on his desk, and you look around, and everyone else in this building is working, like, you assume, major overtime. Many bags under their eyes. Everyone looks tired and miserable. That's what she said.
I shall attempt to climb onto the desk.
You do it. Congratulations.
Now I'm standing on said desk.
You stand on the desk, and he just goes,
Hello.
Hello. How can I help you?
We would like information about the current situation in the provinces. We know that cargo has been lost, but we would like to know what is happening itself.
Well, in terms of information and cargo, we do not have much. We know it has been ransacked and destroyed by demonic entities, but other than that, anyone who gets close does not come back alive.
Close as in how far? Out from the city.
I do not know. I do not have field reports with me.
Fair enough.
That is not my job.
Do you know why the towers have been moved? The ones of Alistar.
I assume it has something to do with what is happening in Chicago. I do not have any solid information. That is for people much higher up than me. If
Fair enough.
the minister does not wish to share, he does not share. She does not share.
And I assume she would not share with us.
I do not know. Do you know her? Do you have business here?
No, we just are wandering our way through and have been missing for a while. We have not made stops into the city for a long time.
Well, if you want information, the papers are always a good way to go. You're not the first to come in and ask these questions. We appreciate your concern, but for now, just carry on your lives. Enjoy your time in Darkwood.
Thank you for your time.
Of course.
I-
Back to writing.
I put down a silver piece for him. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Takes the silver piece and pockets it.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna say no to free money.
Oh, of course not.
So, remind me again how economy works.
Uh,
In the sense, how much? I only have gold, so like 10 silver. Okay, 10 silver pieces, 1 gold. Gotcha. Right. That's it.
The transaction rate.
I understand how economy works now.
Economics. D&D economics.
Trickle down Reaganomics in D&D.
Oof.
Supply and demand.
The New Deal in D&D because of the Great Depression we're all gonna have.
Yup.
What
Because
do you mean?
the mines will collide. The mines and shit.
Oh yeah, the mines. But however, war is very profitable.
For the right people.
Yeah. It's not for others.
In the song by System of a Down, BYOB, why do presidents fight the war? Why do you always send the poor? Food for thought. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's go.
Let's just fucking.
Just discount what you're saying there. Let's not get political.
I'm not. I'm just referencing a fucking good song.
You right.
So where you go next?
Okay.
I'm fine with going to the market.
Yeah. We can discuss how long we'll be staying in Delcorin while we're in the market.
I have things I need to purchase.
Since this is simply a stop on our way to Advencia.
Ah, yes, home.
You're from Advencia.
Indeed I am.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
Uh-oh.
I have no named NPCs in your family, but it'll be fine.
Hey, they're kobolds. How hard can it be?
They're not.
I mean, we do have a naming scheme, Nick.
Oh,
A
no.
simple naming
I know,
scheme.
so I'm not too worried.
There is a-
I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so you head to the bazaar, and it's huge, so it's not hard to find because just the volume of it is overwhelming. And you see like just hundreds of stalls covering everything from like armor, swords, like there's a different stand for every kind of weapon you can find.
Oh,
basically.
Jesus.
And there's also like fruits, vegetables, pastries, other things like that, just all around.
Any potions?
Make an investigation check.
Will do.
Any place that they would sell mounts.
Oh, God.
I appear to be in some sort of market.
The roll was to see which potion seller you went to. So you approach this very like, I wouldn't say regal, but the man dresses up a lot, and it's a gnomish man. He's got like slicked back black hair. There you go. That was a fucking tongue twister.
That's a sentence and a half.
And he's got a real thin mustache with a like tiny bit of stubble growing in where a beard would be.
So looking a little bit shady, but not the worst place
He
in the
seems
world.
to be peddling his wares like everyone else, shouting out about, "Come, my potions are the best in the land," and other things like that.
I walk up to the man and ask, "Do you have any potions of healing that I may purchase?"
Ah, yes, for you. And for you, sir, an adventuring man, I presume, with those robes. A special deal. 2 potions for 101 gold pieces.
I shall find another stall then. Thank you for your time, and then I walk away.
Oh, wait, 99.
99. What guarantee do I have that these potions work?
Unless you want to... I, unfortunately, do not have an injured specimen with me to show you their properties, but you can analyze them yourself.
Momira, she's kind of wandering at this point and has followed Sakar, and she will slit her palm open and hold it out. I am injured.
Oh my god.
She
She seems kind of freaked out and just like pulls the potions away.
her head doesn't connect properly like that. Don't worry.
What are you talking about? I think fine.
That's what I mean.
He just begins to gather up his wares and starts walking.
No,
away.
but you said you had needed something to demonstrate.
That's a bit much, but I suppose you're right. And he uncorks his potion and pours it on your palm, and it the wind seals.
I see.
They function. Thank you.
Yeah, of
I-
course.
I do wish to purchase these, but may I ask your name?
My name is Bob.
Bob.
Yes.
It's an interesting name. I have not heard it before. But,
Really?
no, I have not.
Do you not
But-
like walk around? It's a fairly common name.
Not in my parts. But anyways, there was another stall selling potions for cheaper. At about 80 gold pieces for 2 potions of healing. Do you think you could match that price?
I'll do you one
Guy.
better.
Oh.
75.
75.
Yes.
It is a deal.
Fantastic. He pushes
And-
forwards.
And then I hand over the 75 gold pieces.
He takes it and goes, "Thank you, sir."
Can I roll an insight check to make sure I didn't just get gypped?
Sure. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
You are unsure. I mean, they worked. So, I mean,
Okay.
you watched it heal up a wound. Normal potions are 50 gold pieces each, so I mean...
Because
Yeah.
like, he gave it to me suspiciously easy.
Yeah.
Might not have had a lot of sales today.
Yeah?
Who knows?
What other potions do you sell?
Unfortunately, I only have healing potions.
Oh.
My alchemy is less than some, but my potions are the strongest. My healing potions.
What makes them stronger than someone else's?
They're more potent. Your wound closed up in 2 seconds.
But if I were to consume others,
3 seconds.
would it... Hmm.
Do anyone else want to make purchase?
God, the marketing team of my family would eat you up, Momira. God.
What does that mean?
You... you get things sold to you too quickly.
I'm not buying any. Yet. I have other things I wish to purchase first, but it is something I'm keeping in mind.
Ah, very well. If you say so.
What? I feel like I'm
Well-
missing something.
We all are. Don't worry about it.
Oh, alright then. Okay. Yeah, Mumira will kind of wander around a bit to see if she can find any books for sure, but she also kind of wants to see spell components, if there are any, and then possibly purchase a short sword.
You don't really need spell components.
I know I have an arcane focus, but she's just curious.
I mean, there is stuff for, like, spell components around.
She's kind of curious as to what they are, and like, if I combine two different spell components, could I possibly engineer new spells and shit?
That's not how spells work?
No, she wants to use it for fucking experimentation.
I mean, if you want to, sure, go ahead.
I'm not expecting it to work.
It'd be 20 gold pieces per component pouch.
Yeah, I'll take one component pouch
Okay.
worth
Yeah,
of.
component pouch, just it's a bunch of random fucking garbage
Mm-hmm.
in one pouch, but there's a few items that just skyrocket the price. And they're,
Yeah.
Like wirings and
Mm-hmm.
other, like metallic substances.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Yeah,
No, I expect it.
What were you looking for, Booker? Or was that Vince?
I'm looking for a mount. A mastiff.
Mount. Okay, yeah, you're looking for some people peddling animals.
Peddling animals, essentially.
Make an investigation.
Anything. Yeah, yeet. Let me do that for you, my friend. Bam.
To be clear, I'm following Booker with this.
I assume. You see a man who, it's a large Goliath, actually. Like 7.5 feet tall. This huge guy. And he's got like rippling muscles, scars everywhere. And as you approach, he goes, "Oh, hello. Can I help you today?"
I climb onto his table. Hello.
And you see behind him, he's just got cages of animals. Like he's got dogs. He's got some like weird looking like cat thing. Not sure what it is. It's like a cat with like the ears of a dog and like the beak of an owl.
It's a cat with the head of a bird and the body of a bird. Don't you mean a bird? Yeah, that.
Yeah, what I said.
I need to get somewhere quick. Something I could mount. And I'm a bit small for horses. Any alternatives you may sell me?
I have amazing pack animals. if you would be interested in these things. And he
I-
like
I-
gestures to the back, and you see like these hulking like husky dogs, basically.
Ooh.
They look like a cross
Puppy.
between a pit bull and a husky. So like these are dogs that are just bred to be fucking huge. They are like medium-sized creatures, big old dogs in cages.
How much for one of them?
This will be 7 gold pieces for one of my fine animals.
Hmm. I look at them. Is there anyone that seems particularly special or
Are you
different?
proficient in animal handling?
No, I am not.
You have no idea.
Cool.
I'm sorry, it's not like animals don't have the thing where humans, when they develop new skills, or like
Oh, I'm not looking for skills. I'm
I
looking
guess
if
I
one's
guess like
goofy or not.
big. I guess you're goofy or not.
Yeah,
Sure. Roll
just-
an insight check. On
Inciting animals. Hell yes.
They have a negative like 3 wisdom, so I don't.
Which one? Which one's the one that will be? You know how like you go to like a pet store and you're like, this animal, he's my boy,
Yeah.
right? That's what I'm going for.
You see
That bond.
You see one of them in the back is just like standing there silently and like isn't really reacting much at all. And then someone like puts their hand like into the cage, and a bunch of like dogs start like either nipping at it or like licking, but it just stands there stalwart.
I want that one.
Ah,
I slam 7 gold.
yes, that is Jeffrey.
I want Jeffrey.
I will retrieve him for you. And he just walks. He walks so awkwardly because his like clothes are really like tight, so he's like restricted. As he makes his way to the back and opens up the cage, and you hear him. Does anyone speak giant?
No, I do not.
No.
Funny enough, it would have been practical to take giant, but I did not.
Cool. He says some words in giant, and you see the dog just like, almost like hardwired, just stands up and makes its way over to you, Booker, and sits next to you.
I pet him.
He goes, "He is now yours. 7 gold pieces, please."
I slam the 7 gold pieces.
Thank you very much. He grabs it and he puts it in his bag.
I also ask about animal care, like what do I need to give him and such.
Yes, well, and he goes on a tangent about how to properly take care of a mastiff.
Perfect. And I walk out riding my mastiff.
Alright, you. He says he can add a saddle for 5 additional gold pieces.
I do just that.
You now have a tiny saddle for your mastiff.
Yes.
I wish to purchase a dog as well, if you have more available.
There are many more. Would you like McGriffy or Sheila?
What was that again that you said?
McGriffy
Griffey.
or Sheila?
Sheila.
McGriffy or Sheila.
Sheila.
I suppose I shall take Griffey.
Griffy it is. And he
How
walks
much effort would you say it is? I apologize for that.
back. The aliens-
Spooky.
The Githyanki have arrived.
Spooky.
How much trouble would you say it is to get this dog to change its name, to listen to a different name?
It would take a few weeks of training.
I see.
There are times
And then
we
I-
both listen in common and giant.
And then I hand him the 7 gold pieces.
Fantastic, and he walks back, and he does the same thing. He just opens the cage, says some words in giant, and the dog, with a much more like giddy, like hop to it step, unlike Booker's, kind of like walks over and just like stares at you.
Jeffrey.
Was that last
I
part
left
again?
him.
It just stares at you.
I see. Do you know of any armor I could purchase for this beast?
I do not.
Do you know where I could get feed for it?
Well, yes, right here. I have my own brand. And he, like, holds up, like, basically custom-made, like, dog food. Like, dry food with, like, dried meats in it.
Out of character, how long is the trip to the next city we're going to?
Probably, like, only, like, a day or two.
Okay.
Like, the travel between the provinces isn't very long. I guess it's only, like, a day if you're taking the more dangerous route. But it's,
Okay.
But it's 2 if you're taking the safe route.
I wish to purchase enough feed for this beast for 7 days.
As you wish. That would be 1 silver piece, please.
Only 1 silver piece. Okay.
Yes.
And then I like reach into my coin purse and pluck out a single silver piece and then hand it to him.
Thank you. He puts it in a pouch. And then he reaches down and he grabs a bag the size of you and places it in his
This may be a bit much now that I think about it. How about just 3 days worth of feed?
takes it off of you. Pretty sizable bag still.
How much is this new bags? How much does it weigh?
It probably weighs about like 15 pounds.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's very bulky, but it doesn't weigh a lot.
Okay. I can always just offload equipment to have my dog carry it if I need it.
Oh, totally.
But,
like you could have just had the dog carry that shit around. These dogs look
Yeah.
very capable.
Thank you very much for your time.
You are welcome.
And then I am done at the market.
I'm
Alright,
writing.
So your mounts each have 7 HP rather than 5.
Ooh, nice.
Oh fuck.
And their strength score is a 14
Ooh.
instead of a 13. So just a normal Mastiff, other than those differences.
Okay. I'll just.
These ones are a better breed, basically. But yes, you have now purchased yourself some Mastiffs.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna ride him. Just go with the man.
He's super into it. He's very obedient.
I pet him behind the ears. He's a good boy.
Doesn't super react to it. But
Good.
you know he felt your pains.
And yeah, I'm just following Sakar back to like the group.
I have my hempen. I have some of my hempen rope tied as a leash around my dog.
Alright. Sounds good. Matthias, are you looking for anything?
Yeah, Matthias is gonna be. He's gonna be specifically looking for like bookstalls for anywhere that sort of deals with like paper and ink and stuff.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
just-
Hey, that's what Mumira's looking for, so.
Yeah, they got there's plenty of stalls like that. People selling like either just like normal paper. There's also paper meant for like arcane uses for like spell books for wizards. And there's also like paper like made out of weird materials, kind of a thing. And there's inks, and there's like general like books you can purchase, like knowledge tomes about like simple shit. It's like a Barnes and Noble, if you know what that is.
Not a clue.
Bookstore.
It's a bookstore.
It's a
It's
bookstore.
a big, huge
Big old
bookstore.
bookstore.
Big old bookstore.
Fireside Books is another one.
That's the name of the stall. Big old bookstore.
Big old books.
Big
Store.
books.
I think Matthias is gonna specifically like go to probably the closest one of these stores. It's more of a sort of a normal books, and maybe like also deals in selling blank books. And he's gonna sort of try and inquire about just getting like a really sturdy book and some writing supplies.
Yeah, that'll probably run you like 3 gold pieces for like a sizable book full of paper, sturdy book. You test it out yourself, make sure it's good, and you buy a bunch of
Slam it on
extra
the desk.
paper. Yeah. You get some extra paper, inkwells, pens, all that stuff.
He's also going to ask about like some of the books they have, specifically like some stories and stuff they might have. Like, what was it called? Cargill? Was the place that got overrun?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like any stories or sort of lore or folk tales they have written down about the place.
Cargill was actually home to Minthar, the most recent god in the pantheon. He started out as a blacksmith there, and eventually, in his escapades, created an artifact of a level much more powerful than him by using various sort of like tools. And when it was destroyed in an accident, it shunted him basically through the planes and imbued him with the powers of a god. Created his own realm in the realms of benevolence and everything.
Matthias would like to purchase like a copy of like one of the that about specifically of that story.
Yeah,
just like,
that'll
yeah,
be
I'll take one.
a silver piece.
All right, that's not too bad.
And I mean, general lore about it. They were the center of gems and like coins, like silver, gold, platinum, copper, huge in that. Lots of things like that. Smiths were very common. Miners, just a lot of that stuff. Like a mining town, but like a huge mining town, where the mine was deep underground.
I was gonna ask if there's any stories that are sort of relating to that mine.
Yeah, they do have it here. There is a story of a purple worm that had made its way into the mine, and it took the combined efforts of Cargill, like the entirety of the Cargill Mining Company, and that's actually why a lot of the chasm mine was redug, was because they caved in like 1,000 feet of caves and tunnels, basically to bury the purple worm as best they could to deter it from coming into their territory more.
You'll buy a copy of that as well.
That would be like 3 copper.
Yeah.
Not a very cool story, so there's not a lot of worth to it. It's a shorter one too.
He'll still take it. And
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that,
totally.
he's kind of done after that. He'll just sort of meet up back with the group.
Mimira, you're doing similar things?
Yep.
Alright. Are you looking for more of a like actual spellbook?
Not really.
Okay.
But if I do find one, I will kind of thumb through it to kind of see what it is. I'm obviously not gonna, take the information that's in it.
There are like
Scan out
examples.
prices for spell books.
I actually think I have a proper price for this.
And possibly what a blank one would cost me.
A blank spell tome would cost you 50 gold pieces for a
Ooh,
blank
okay.
spellbook.
Ooh.
That sounds about right.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
It's a
Tis Arcien.
large tome that is meant to hold immeasurable power inside of it. Would you do thumb through a few of the like example spell books with like some cantrips in there?
Yeah, that's kind of what I thumb through.
And you do not understand anything that is.
Oh, jeez, I can't read it.
Wizards are very fickle beings because while their math and the science is the same, each one writes in their own manner.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So to understand another wizard's writing, you need to spend hours deciphering it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to, be that wizard.
It's figuring out their shorthand, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Trying to decipher college notes
Yeah,
Oh God!
from lectures. Yeah, that's what it is.
basically.
Okay. So, alrighty, that makes sense. That's probably not gonna be here. That'd probably be an Alistar that I'd be able to get that information. Cause I was thinking maybe also looking at like textbooks for different types of spells.
Not gonna find those here.
Yeah, that's what I figure. I'd
Those
probably
are
have better luck in
highly
Alistar.
coveted by
Yeah.
Alistar.
Yeah, I figure.
You'd be lucky if you see one of those outside of those walls.
Okay. Well, how much is a short sword gonna run me though as well?
$3,000 gold pieces.
3,000 gold! Nutty! 10.
Nani Deska? 10? Okay.
10
10.
Alright, I'll take the short sword.
Awesome.
Oh boy, that leaves me with not a ton of gold. Yeah, I'll take the blank spell book.
Okay, you do. Purchase it is a blue leather backed tome.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then, I'll kind of catch up with Matthias and kind of take a look at fiction, just kind of what's there. Not really looking for anything in particular, just
There's-
something that would look interesting.
There's a copy of the ever-present Heaven and Hell.
Oh,
that you
yeah.
can Purchase.
Ancient fiction, classical.
Ancient fiction. It is thousands of years old at this point. Still,
It is.
still pertinent to this day. Bit of a reliquary, but it's still being produced because people keep buying it.
Well, there you go.
So why
How
not?
much would that run me?
That would run you about 5 gold pieces.
Oof, expensive.
It is expensive.
It's a big book.
It is.
It is not a small tome.
Okay. Anything else that catches my eye? You don't have to give me titles or anything, or just kind of like a romance book. Oh yeah, an adventure. Oh yeah,
There is a book titled "From the Coffin to the Skies."
How much is that one priced?
1 silver piece.
I'll take it.
It's a very small book written by an author that you probably couldn't find if you went through the records.
Okay. Anything else that catches my eye, or
Not super interesting. Just basic fairy tales and other things that you've already read.
yeah.
Just bookstore. So,
Okay. How much was Heaven and Hell again? 5?
5 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
Fantastic.
Oof.
Yep.
You now have Heaven and Hell. Congratulations.
I do have a copy of it. Hey, once a campaign, someone buys a copy
This is true.
or sees it.
This is true. It is a universal constant. One of the only universal constants.
In this game, yeah.
All right. So you guys got all your purchases done?
Yeah, I really can't afford much else, so. It's just a standard short sword, right, that I got?
Yeah, it's just a standard short sword.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Short sword.
Hold up. Maybe I want to get something else. Let me just check. Sorcerer 5e.
Yeah,
See
what
I
you're
can
proficient
do.
in.
Yeah.
What am I proficient in?
I see.
Wouldn't with your like 5e tools thing that you use, wouldn't it just put that on your fucking sheet?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, cool.
It's sadly it does not.
Well, hello, Bonnie, sitting in the corner.
Staring at me menacingly.
Slightly, yes. That's my charger cord that you're like hazardously close to, Miss Bonnie.
She's like, "Don't test me, bitch."
Basically,
I will
that's
fucking
my.
ruin your
That
charger.
is my laptop charger, Bonnie. I don't need you to delete my charger.
Just swipes
I-
at it and deletes.
I will take a quarterstaff, also known as my beat stick.
Gotcha.
Hey,
He
Momira's
found
got
a
one of
way.
those.
We found a way to implement it, boys. Let's go.
Beat stick.
Beat stick.
That will cost you 2 silver pieces. Because it's
Nice.
just a big stick.
It's just a fucking long
It is a
ass stick.
fashioned stick.
I purchased that.
Purchase the fuck out of that beat stick.
Give me stick. I just walk up, give me stick. Ah, know what you're talking about, and just gives me a random fucking. It's just a guy selling sticks that he found off the side of the road.
Oh, also,
Yeah, the quarterstaffs.
I should mention that Goliath's name was Sven.
Fen.
Sven.
Sven.
I like
Sven.
it.
Sven. It's a good name.
Yep. Matches his accent. So yeah, that was the bazaar. There's a lot more like weird shit. It seems like the crowd of merchants has either increased or decreased because you don't see the guy who's selling you potions anymore.
Uh oh.
Oh boy. Totally didn't get ripped off.
Ah,
Well, it's a good thing I didn't go back for that then.
the old switcheroo. They sell you potions and they turn out to be poisons.
Haha. Mimir just dies later that evening.
Yeah.
It's a reverse antitoxin, so it heals
Yup.
at first and then just destroys your cells. Because it's entered your stream and closed
Yep.
up the way that it could leave.
Exactly. It's like snake's blood. It coagulates the blood, and she's like, "Oh no, I need that."
Uh-oh.
I
Like
need
snake
that
venom,
critically.
where it just makes it like fucking like a gel instead of like flowing.
Uh oh.
That's the bad.
That's not good.
Alright.
Before they leave the bazaar, Matthias, you said there was ones that was like knowledge, or there's like knowledge books and stuff, right?
It's like really general shit.
Oh,
It's like public knowledge kind of a thing. Things that like any scholar of like high school would know.
in that case, Matthias would actually like to ask a few of them if there's anywhere that's would sell very like more advanced knowledge, specifically on demons, especially considering what had happened to Carmen.
They don't know anyone off the top of their head that would sell something like that. And if they had that kind of information, they sure as hell wouldn't be selling it at this like bazaar. They'd be like in a proper setup because the amount of money that book could get is ridiculous. Any proper information on demons is, or any entity that is outside of the material is worth a lot. Because not much is very much known.
Hell
not,
yeah.
not a lot of people go to the plains of madness and come out sane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So even if people come back alive, they can't exactly write down what they've seen because they're manically trying to stab everyone they know.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Everyone collectively does a
I'm for one, I'm pretty much done. I'm on my dog, like following.
Yeah, no,
everybody.
Momira's fine. She's got a couple of books she can read through, and she has a new spell book. She's got stuff to pass the time with.
I'm good too.
She has a spell book that she can not use, but probably use for something.
Mm-hmm.
Optimal.
Yep, Matthias is done as well.
All right. Where do you guys want to go next?
There was a restaurant I wanted to go to.
There was the Underdark Eat.
I would like to go there.
All right. You guys want to go as well?
Yeah, why
I
not?
say this to the party. Ooh.
All right. So you approach a building that is themed and looks like the building looks like a cave. Like it's fashioned to look like a cave. And there's just big old double doors at the front that say the Underdark Eon on them. And as you open the door, there is a very faint torchlight that goes all the way, and there's a large stairwell that goes downwards. And once you go down that stairwell, it lights up a lot more, and you see a large interior where there's multiple levels, but it doesn't look like a traditional restaurant. It looks like you're just in a cave. The tables are made out of stone. The chairs are made out of stone. There's like crystal lighting. It's not torchlight. So it looks very much like you would assume a rendition of the Underdark. And there's a half-drow waitress who asks how many will you be dining with.
Mumir will kind of nod and take a seat then, like, oh, okay. We're
I'll
having dinner then?
I'll put my bag as my booster seat.
Where are we keeping the dogs?
I assume there's like a place outside for them, like to tie them.
Like a horse stable?
They traditionally use it for horses, and you see a couple of horses out there. But you guys tie up your dogs next to them, and the dogs look at the horses, and the horses look at the dogs. And they're just like, the fuck?
What is this?
Like, why are you here? And you see a few silver lions inside here, and you assume that's why there are horses outside.
Okay.
And yeah, the half-drow waitress, her name is Tisha, which is on her name tag. She sits you down and hands you menus. And there's a lot of like, their specialty is Fisher's Ale, which is made by distilling cave fisher blood and wheat.
I'll take one of those.
It is 2 gold pieces per cup.
I'll take one of those.
Okay. Get,
Specifically one.
get a Fisher's Ale.
I think Sakar's gonna take 2 of those.
Okay, you get 2 Fisher's Ales. Would anyone else like some Fisher's Ale?
Yeah, I'll take a cup.
Okay.
Matthias will pass on it.
Make sure to mark off that gold
Yep.
for that, just retroactively. And there's a lot of like themed meals. They're really hearty. None of them seem like fancy or anything like that. There's a lot of like on keg meat, like an on keg flavored, like, so it's basically like beef with like with an acidic green gravy on the side of it. So a lot of like underground creature themed dishes and other things. There's even like mushroom stews based on the different kind of mushrooms you can find in the Underdark, other things like that.
Very thematic.
Yes. And you actually see the man who you assume is the owner is a Duragar.
Ooh.
A Duragar man who's basically got like a... do you know what a flat top haircut is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a flat top haircut, but he is smiling wide, and he has a holy symbol of Minal hanging around his neck, and he's just walking around at different tables, seeing if everyone's doing okay, basically doing manager stuff at like restaurants.
Yeah, was everything okay? Was everything good to your liking?
Yeah,
all that
basically.
shit. All that shit that I'm just like, please, let me eat.
Matthias will take like what seems to be like the biggest dish on the menu.
The biggest dish is the purple worm feast. which is basically like a whole pig that is inside of. You don't quite know what it is. You think it might be some form of like giant bug, but it's flavored with different spices and other things to make the shell look purple.
He's gonna buy one of those for sure.
That is 2 gold pieces.
Huh?
Is thin mushroom broth on the menu?
It is.
Sakara's gonna buy one.
That's like
How was that so specific that you fucking know that?
it's like 5 silver. He's running an Underdark game.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? What? That's
No,
so
it's
specific.
I was mainly just joking at Nick because when we started our Out of the Abyss campaign, his character, a hill giant, basically was fed nothing but thin mushroom broth.
Yep.
Mhm.
And nearly starved to death.
Oh yike.
So that's fun. Yeah, you can buy that if you want, fucker.
Also, I'm buying it because I think Sakar isn't really
Carnival.
looking to take care of himself.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
Makes sense. Yeah, 5 silver pieces.
I have already marked it down.
Awesome.
I'll have the special.
The special.
The special.
The special is the boulet filet.
Ooh.
It is actual bullet that is carved into a fine fillet. A boulet filet.
Fuck.
As they say. That is 3 gold pieces.
I-
Ooh.
Alright.
Booker came here to eat fine.
Mimir.
I mean, I'll obviously take a meat-heavy dish. Something with a bit of. Yeah, no, that's kind of the thing. Is why I was kind of like, I don't know.
Do you want one that's actually exotic or themed to be exotic?
We'll go themed.
Themed to be exotic. There's always the on cake special where you get like the weird like green gravy.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sure. That'll cost you like 1 silver. No, sorry.
Okay.
1 gold piece.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm yawning.
All right.
Where's
You
my
guys
fucking
spend
monster?
your gold.
Where'd it go?
Those of you who got the Fisher's Ale, when it comes out, it's just weirdly enough a white liquid, like a pale white liquid that comes in your tankard. It's a sizable tankard as well. Like it's a pretty big tankard. And Sakar, there's 2 of them laid out in front of you.
Sakar takes off his plague doctor's mask and sets it on the table and starts drinking.
What type of bird are you?
Whatever. Like I think it's a crow type. It's the normal type that like you think of as a kanku.
Oh, okay, so like a raven
Yeah.
Or a crow.
or a crow. So, yeah, a raven kenku. You guys knew this, but not everyone else. The stream didn't really know because you had the plague doctor's mask. They knew you were a kenku, but
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what kind.
Mm-hmm.
So you take off your mask and you enjoy yourself. And as you taste the Fisher's Ale, it is very good.
Ooh.
It is somehow as sweet as it is bitter. And it's like a taste that like reels you in almost. So like it's really sweet at the beginning, and then it gets bitter in the middle, and then the aftertaste is just even more fantastic than the beginning.
So
God, I
like
could
an
go for a
alcoholic.
beer.
So like an alcoholic milkshake, but with bitterness.
Yes. Exactly
God, I could go for a fucking beer right now.
that. Go for it.
I'm not leaving to go get one.
Makes sense. But yeah, and your food comes out, and it is mouth-wateringly delicious. They're all very hearty meals, and there's not a lot of like flair to them, but they all taste great. It's some of the best food you've had, Sakari, even though it's just mushroom broth. It's very.
That's good. That's good.
Everyone else has had their various spoils of meats and other things. Yeah, and your purple worm feast is a feast. It takes up half the table, and it's a pretty
Oh
big table.
goodness.
Oh.
Matthias is just gonna be absolutely tearing into
Oh
this, like,
yeah,
absorbing
I
it.
imagine. Just
He's
ripping
also
it
gonna
right
pull out
right.
one of the drinks he got from the what do you call it, the other tide and just start using that. He's getting ordering to drink.
You cheap fuck. You could have gotten like a water or something. Wouldn't have cost you anything.
Yeah, Momira will not necessarily tear into it, but she's eating. And she's eating damn good.
Yeah, you pour the gravy over it.
Booker is
Mhm.
very, very refined. He's like proper etiquette and everything.
The gravy has almost like a soda, like a pop or a soda feel to it. Like it's bubbly and a little acidic, but it tastes amazing. Very
Sakar's just slowly
savory.
taking a sip at a time with a spoon, but it doesn't happen for very long. Because there's not a lot, I imagine.
Just sticks the beak into the bowl.
He's, he's a man of culture. He knows how to use a spoon.
Hell yeah.
So he slurps out of the spoon. Because bird beak.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna be using restroom for like 10 seconds.
Okay.
10 seconds, that's very quick.
It does take about
Time
10
it.
seconds.
It does. Time
It really does.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Yeah, no, he'll be back. So, how did all of your shopping adventures go?
Well, you saw my dog. Jeffrey is my new
Yes,
companion. And my stick.
why?
I needed a way to get places faster. And the dog is faster than walking.
I have
But
bought...
then you'll be leaving the rest of us behind.
In the case of anything dire, in the case we need to send a missive, I shall be the fastest one to give that missive.
I suppose, but we usually don't separate for
No,
those kinds of things.
no, but it's good to have a backup plan.
I suppose.
And it's easier to have the dog walk for me.
They fucking make the Pong shot and they
I
start
guess.
doing the Merry Man and Barnacle Boy theme song. It's fucking hilarious.
We're gonna need to tell Matt.
To kill.
What are we? Are we killing Matt?
We're cutting Matt's tongue out.
Okay. Cool.
We're
Oh,
forcing him
okay.
to play damage Geb for like 2 months.
We're forcing
Yeah,
him to
we're
play
gonna force him
attacks.
to play attack speed
They
Geb.
say they're forcing you to play attack speed Geb for 2 months. And that's all you can play.
How are they gonna force me?
I have no idea. I'm very scared.
Like legit how?
We'll keep reporting you unless you do.
Yeah.
He said we'll keep reporting you until you do.
I spent too much money on Smite. They can't ban me.
Oh, they can.
Oh,
Oh, they can and they will.
But anyway, Alex, you were saying?
I was.
Yeah, you were talking. Until Matt interrupted you.
I was?
Yeah, we were talking about why I have a dog. And why I
Oh.
would need to go faster. And I'm like, walking is easier when you're on top of something fluffy.
Yeah? I get. What?
And it's always good to have a plan B.
Yes.
In case of disaster.
What point was I trying to make? That's what I'm trying to remember.
You said we weren't separating a lot.
Yes.
And that was my rebuttal that this is a plan B.
I suppose, but let us not hope it comes to that.
Oh no, I'm not. It's not like I'm hoping it. I'm just saying. Better have it and not need it, than need it and not have it. There's a saying in my family: the prepared mind doesn't blow up in a fireball.
That's an oddly specific phrase.
It is. I come from an oddly specific family.
You are an oddly specific person.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Sure.
Sakar bought a dog as well, but I do not know the reason. Why did you buy a dog?
I thought it would be best if we had something to take the impact of battle on the front lines. It will not last long, but it should help.
Interesting.
Subarashi.
There are better ways to get a shield, you know.
Perhaps.
Maybe not cheaper though. So I can respect it.
So-
What? What? What is it?
There's a dissonance between what Momira thinks and what Alex thinks.
Oh yeah, no. Me as a
Alex
person
is
is like,
screaming
but
cruelty,
Alex
but
is
Momira's like,
screaming
that's
and
logical.
Momira, yeah, I suppose that's logical, but then you have to pay for it every time. And Alex
Yeah.
is just like, I will murder you in your sleep and take your dog.
Oh yeah, me. I'm like, I will not let harm come to my dog. But Booker's like, yeah. When I was 7, we got a dog, and the rest of the kobolds ate it. We were hungry, and we didn't go grocery shopping, so you know, food got to come from somewhere.
Sometimes. Would have been easier just to get groceries. But yeah, that would have to be a recurring purchase that you would have to make, though. Rather
Yeah.
than an actual shield made of steel or wood.
I do
No,
not know how to wield a shield currently.
no, and also it makes sense because if it's an animal, the animal could be content with eating the dog, rather than eating Sakar or me or you or Matthias.
Like, we almost forgot that Matthias is a person.
No, I didn't. I just wanted to say it correctly. I'm fairly certain I fucked it up, but we don't talk about that.
But now it's recorded, so.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's not so much.
They're very distant from the mic. Uh-oh.
I imagine the dog is not so much a shield, more so bait.
It's
Something
That's
wants-
worse somehow. Momira didn't
It's-
say that, but that's worse somehow.
it can provide for both uses, As
Meat
baits.
shield.
and as a meat shield, if you prefer those terms.
Such
There
an uncivilized term, but
Is a
us
spell in
adventure.
cast that is quite literally a meat shield.
God,
I've never.
Sorry. Just this whole conversation is like 3 intellectuals speaking about something, and Matthias is just sitting over there, just eating his food, looking at you all like you're.
Looking like,
Like, what the fuck
why
is
are
happening?
you discussing the murder of a pupper?
Matthias feels like the
Basically.
only one who doesn't eat dogs.
Huh. Nice.
Great.
The man who eats people is nicer than you guys. How does that feel?
Not great. Gotta say, not great.
Okay. There is a clear difference between animals and people.
It's the start to an all-evil campaign.
It's
It
the
is,
start.
and I'm not. I don't know
It's
if I'm
the
alright
s-
with that.
It's the start to Booker becoming a lich.
Oh god.
Wild magic can't kill me or my phylactery.
Nick, do you think I could get my dog to become a lich?
Sure.
Oh, yes. It's a.
You would need to cast the Awaken spell on it. Get it like a headband of intellect, and then get it to learn the proper rituals, sacrifice enough
And-
souls.
Exactly.
Probably have it kill you, because for Lich
Worth
Stone,
it.
you have to like, you know, get rid of all your ties, and it would be emotionally tied to you. Yeah,
Yes.
your dog could become a Lich.
Yeah, and then we
It'd be
remove
worth it.
all the things from the dog so he'll still be subservient to us. We'll remove the headband, that way he's dumb again. So he's a lich under our control.
This is horrible. This
This
is
is-
actually horrible.
These are big
Let's-
brain plays.
These
Let's
are
make
big
it
brain
happen.
plays.
These are big brain plays, but oh my god.
No, but honestly, if you put that much work into that and killed your own character, I'd just let you play the dog Lich.
Honestly, that'd be amazing.
The dog lich. Oh my god.
No, here's
First
here's the
canine
big-
Lich in known history.
that's when Booker has his evil reveal where it's like, he doesn't have to kill any of the party because we never had emotional ties. It's like, oh, oh, all the players like, my heart.
Man, we're showing our hand too early, guys. We're still alive.
No, Booker likes you guys. If he didn't like you guys, he would just leave. He'd just be like,
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with these fuckers, and just leave.
But yeah, anyways. That does bring a curious question to it, though. The spells that I have and the magic that I can cast do require a certain mixture of, what's the word for it? Well, it requires a certain type of life force, but also there's an intensive study portion to it. So I wonder, is there even a possibility of being compatible with the spells that I cast without as much integrated life force that I have, or like, not the word I'm looking for, as much, I guess, arcanely channeled life essence.
I mean, it's gonna be.
I mean,
I'm just gonna have to.
couldn't you
click
use
on
somebody
my
else's
when
life essence?
you're like,
Her eyes go wide for a minute. I hadn't even considered that.
It seems you understand the concept of sacrifice.
I hadn't even considered it. I don't know if it's going to be compatible, though, because from how I understand how my magic works, it's because I have blood that is arcanely channeled. It is... this magic is a birthright of sorts. Could I? Perhaps it would require blood of a sorcerer. One also born into arcane talents.
hold up.
You're not touching me.
I missed the first half of this conversation. What are we talking about now?
Alex was talking about
Like,
her
she
blood
was
magic.
just... I was spewing out ideas of, could I possibly teach a Crimsomancer spell to somebody else? It was an idea she had never considered. And then he's just like, well, can't you use somebody else's life force? And Momira's like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I never thought of that before.
And then she started saying, life force of a sorcerer, also arcanely talented, and Booker immediately points to beating stick. You're not touching me.
Momira
Not
just
with
kind of
those
taps her
hands.
own walking stick, which is also a beat stick.
Finally,
the sword at her
a
hip.
worthy opponent.
And the sword at her hip.
Swords don't scare me.
No, but my beat stick's bigger than yours.
You're bigger than me.
Ooh.
Yes.
And I've killed... How is that gonna scare me if you're already bigger than me? I fear nothing.
Well, you certainly were threatened by the very least.
I
By your beat stick? No.
No, by the fact of me suggesting the idea of using sorcerer's blood for my magic.
No, because my blood is something special. Something that
Yes.
I don't give away.
So is mine. What's the point
Not-
here? It's for the advancement of magic and science.
My point is, I'm not giving you my blood, as I'm not asking for yours. There are other ways to get what we want, academically. Other opportunities will come up.
That I can use your blood.
There's literally
If
two
I
sorcerers
die-
in the group.
There are, in fact, two sorcerers in the group. Booker just spoke up first.
If I die, you are willing to do whatever you like with my body.
Hmm.
But as I live, my blood stays inside.
Even under controlled experimental purposes? I wouldn't need much.
It would have to depend. We would have to see. Because again, if you wanted blood of a sorcerer, there's somebody much more.
Please stop your bickering, and then Sakar reaches his hand out over the table and then cuts his hand with his dagger,
I
and
did
blood
not
just
mean
spills
now.
all over the
I
table.
was not prepared to cast anything.
You hear the drow woman, your waitress, who is like coming over to refill your drinks, like scream and drops the pitcher she was using to fill up your drink with, and just runs into the back room, screaming.
I did not mean now. Did you not
I-
remember from my demonstration earlier that cutting
just-
open your hand in public
see a
is
bunch of
apparently
the-
frowned upon?
And you see a bunch of the like patrons like almost scoff and start to like wave over their waitresses for the check, kind of a thing.
Booker laughs. I expected this from Omira. But, I mean,
I knew once it was frowned upon at the first stand that an establishment like this would frown upon it as well.
The Durgar manager walks over and goes, you might want to get that checked out. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Well, go on, collect the blood. It is simply going to waste if you sit there. Sakar completely ignores the manager.
I didn't say now. Nobody said now. This was all hypothetical until you cut yourself.
Excuse me.
I'm leaving. Don't worry.
well, like,
And Momira pays for her meal and
just give me the fucking check.
takes one last bite, downs the rest of the drink, and walks out.
You pay for it.
Sakar does similarly. But the
Matthias
coin-
is good.
But the coins are a little bit bloodied.
Yeah. Bloody coins. Jeez. Blood money, literally.
What does Matthias do?
He's gonna try and like hand the drawer guard like 2 extra goals. Is like, I'll take this with me. Take this as compensation.
He nods, and as he walks out, as you guys walk out, you see him like wave his hand. The blood is cleaned.
Booker's just kind of chuckling to himself at that. That was funny. That shit was funny.
Hey, so
Momira's like
you guys
rolling her
got
eyes
the
like, come on. Like, come on.
Booker's just it's just that he already said it. He expected it from Momira, not from fucking Sakar.
Who knew bloodletting in public was
I mean, he's a
know.
cultist. He's okay with this sort of stuff.
Who would have guessed? Bloodletting in a public establishment would have been frowned upon. And there are much more simple ways to do so.
Yes,
Barbaric
not
to
to
just
mention if you
Cut
really want...
yourself like that.
Yes, because if you really want more excess in blood, what you really cut is, and I start showing off major veins, like if you really want like an excess of it, not to kill yourself, this would be the way to do it.
you guys
Don't give him any ideas.
Or
Not to
You
mention,
could
I don't
use a
have containers
syringe.
for blood, not to mention the blood has to be fresh when I'm casting the spell.
I simply wished you to cease bickering between the two of you.
You could have said shut up.
Yes, but this was more effective.
But I didn't get to finish my meal.
You could have taken it with you.
Could
I
I?
did.
Matthias
I did.
was able to.
I did. Yeah, like the little box.
Matthias is still just like holding half of the meal. He's trying to eat it, bones and all. Just sort of like trying to fit it all in his mind.
It's like a snake, just like get it in there. He's trying to get it all into his normal human mouth, which is harder to do.
Well, what time is it in game?
At this point, probably around like 7 at night.
Would the bazaar still be open?
You don't even know if there's like.
Well, I'm going to find an inn for us for the evening.
You assume
I've
just
got,
depends on the-
That may not be necessary. Is this a large city?
It's fairly large city.
Isn't it the
Okay,
second
then.
biggest?
I wonder if we're gonna get kicked out of the inn we go to.
Well,
That
is
sounds
not,
like a Sakar problem. I've learned some public decency.
That is not necessary, as I know of a place we can stay in this city. And then, that's part of my background, actually, because I have a cult network, so I know of a safe house in the city.
Ah.
And that you do. John? drawing attention from the cult only 50% of the time. Cool, I get to roll day 100.
Wait, where are you reading that?
It's at the very bottom.
Yep.
If you have left the cult, you can use the safe house, drawing attention from the cult only 50% of the time. Now, that doesn't say that, like, they're gonna, like, kill us, or what. I think that depends more upon how you left, and the cult, if they're okay with you leaving.
So as you guys are having this conversation, you go to actually one of the nicer parts of the town. And there is a large manor. And Sakar approaches and flashes a symbol at the doorway. And the man nods, and you are all allowed entry. There is food, drink, shelter, provided all for you in the name of...
The Abyssal Guardians.
Oh, I mean, that's the name of the cult. But
Okay, okay.
The moths.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. And yeah, you guys can rest here. You have pretty much free reign of the manor.
We can stay here.
I want to check out and kind of get a layout of the place, kind of see what's all available and what different spots there are where we are allowed, and like, because I want to find a little reading nook essentially with the books that I have.
You can easily find a place to read. There's only 2 places you are not allowed to go.
Okay. I don't
The
pry
Master's
into those.
Chambers and the basement.
Oh, okay.
Where?
The
Master's Chambers.
and the basement. You're not allowed to go in those places.
We can stay here, but if you do not wish to do so, you are more than welcome to find an inn.
What kind of food is provided? Because Momiro will probably take some of it and then go off and say, I think I'll be done for the night. If you need me, please let it be an emergency that you're bleeding and I need to experiment with it immediately. In case, you know.
You get like
Or-
appetizers, basically.
Okay.
Or
Just like snack stuff.
Hors d'oeuvres. Other things. Like sliced meats, cheeses, crackers.
Yeah. Mumir will take some of these, and then, again, only if someone is dying or one of the 2 magic bloods want experiments done, which I'm not even sure I'm going to even allow tonight. Good night. If you need to speak with me,
Good night.
consider if it really needs to be said before morning. And Mumir will head off into a nook.
I send out a letter to home saying that we will be there perhaps in a week.
You send off the letter. And it's sent.
Letter sent to home.
It is sent.
It's very grandiose. I speak very highly of myself amongst my family. The
Oh,
great
yeah,
one of Rise.
You told how you single-handedly annihilated that goblin force with your
Yep.
massive arcane prowess
Yep.
and shit like that. Roll performance for me with advantage because it's through a letter.
I shall do just that. Ya yeet.
Whew. Pretty good. Pretty fucking good. You're proud of it when you send it out.
I do also have proficiency in calligrapher's tool, so looks damn nice too.
Oh, are you not proficient in performance?
I'm not proficient in performance. I'm proficient in
Then
tool.
add 2 to that, so that's 17. Boom.
Hey!
17. Yep.
Alright, so you send off that letter.
Oh,
And it should probably arrive when you're like halfway.
Yeah.
To home.
I tell them about all the times I didn't explode.
Totally.
mhm.
It is quite the accomplishment.
You know, having a life expectancy above like 15.
Yeah, you're already much farther than most of your siblings, who are fucking ash.
I'll write a progress report because I figure it's been a hot minute since I've written one of those, probably a week. So every week she would typically write a progress report and make sure that gets sent out for the next morning's mail as well.
Sakar's gonna find like a quiet little corner and start like he's gonna like sit down and fold his legs and he's just gonna start like reciting abyssal prayers.
Alright. You do?
I'm away from the group though, so like it takes a lot to concentrate and like hear what I'm saying.
100%.
Matthias is actually gonna start like sort of looking around the place, see if there's anything like of note or interest, because especially near the basement in Master's quarters, but not like venturing into them on purpose.
Do you have any abilities that help you sense things or anything like that?
Let me check. I don't think so.
Make like an investigation check. I mean, the fact that 2 rooms are off limits to you. The one makes sense because it's someone's bedroom. The other is suspicious, but I mean, you got in here by flashing the symbol of a cult, so.
Yep.
Could be many things.
Could be many things. I know
Probably-
nothing super like interesting about them at first glance. You have to go inside the rooms to see like if there's anything in it.
In that case, I think Matthias is gonna cast Disguise Self on himself, actually.
Ooh.
Ooh. Matthias using magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Bards use magic? What?
Yes.
Could have fooled me, honestly.
Alright.
He's specifically going to try and sort of disguise himself to sort of try and replicate like some of the clothing that Sakar has. Is that him right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going to try and like sort of quietly enter the basement.
Mainly, it's just robes with teeth like sewn into the fabric.
Alright. Interesting. Interesting. So,
I like this.
So you go into the basement or the master's chambers?
Basement.
So you go to the basement and you go to try the door. Locked.
I think Matthias is out of tricks.
And you're not proficient in thieves' tools, right?
No.
Damn.
You still try to pick the lock.
That is true. You can still fucking try.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a dexterity check.
Ooh. Yeah, why not? Try.
Has Sakar noticed Matthias scampering off to the basement?
I don't think you were praying, so you were.
I wouldn't think so, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, you haven't noticed.
There you go. Dexterity. Ah.
Oh no.
You try to fiddle around, but you just don't have the proper like instruments for this. Like, you don't have a set of thieves' tools. You know.
Hmm.
You could try to
With that-
get some real quick and then come back.
You could try to make some thieves' tools.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Fashion
seen
of
how
this.
well making kits have gone in the past, so
Don't
could
at
only
me.
be so much better.
Do not at me.
Some of my favorite shit we've ever
So
done
hard.
in D&D. It is not an
That
insult.
is-
No, I'm smiling. It's all good. But like, you had
I
to
have,
at me. Call back to the Thursday game.
Hell yeah.
I have already read what they have, so I cannot say.
Can I sort of improvise it with my dagger and try and use it as sort of a lockpick?
daggers are pretty bulky. They're meant for stabbing. They're not meant for picking
I mean,
small up.
you're in a manor, you could probably find like a butter knife or something, which would
This is
probably
true.
work better.
A coat
Alright.
hanger.
He makes a point.
I'll try that.
You
That's
can-
me speaking out of character. Sakar would not support this.
That's fine. I mean, it's all we're playing a game for a reason, so it's not meta or anything like that. It's meta, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You
Fucking-
can make another attempt. This time you're equipped properly. So.
Oh.
Better at least.
Ooh.
You kind of wedge the butter knife in, and you use your actual dagger to like kind of widen the lock a little bit. You listen in, and you hear a louder than you wanted, kind of like a noise. You're in.
I'm in.
Make a perception check.
Alright.
All right.
Let's see.
No one seems to notice anything. No, I said
them
I'm
or
making
me?
a
Oh.
perception check for them.
Oh.
Oh, damn the 20.
I didn't have advantage, so I mean.
No, I know, but that's a wasted
That's a-
20.
Biggest sad. No, it's not. It's not even...
It's a wasted 20, okay?
The doors
He's not quite going to enter like right away. He's sort of gonna like slowly open the door, like with his ear to it, and sort of like see if he can hear or notice anything suspicious immediately, like on the other side.
Well, with that perception check, not hearing much.
Damn.
Damn.
Just heard about not succeeding perception checks.
That's just
That
sucks.
shit sucks.
Well, Matthias is gonna try his best to go sort of deeper, like, but he's gonna try and sneak his way, trying to keep his wits about him.
Roll something.
And his maw opens. Ready to
I
chomp.
eat the basement.
I consume.
Just the Kirby noise from Smash. Just.
No.
It's like in Kirby Triple Deluxe, you get the fucking fruit that lets you just suck up the level.
Oh god.
So yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check, Matthias. As you
Oh.
open the door slowly.
No. Oh no.
No.
Oh, no.
You think
It had
you're
to
pretty
happen.
stealthy. You think you're being
It's
pretty
relative.
stealthy. And you close the door behind you. And you look around. And it looks like just a normal basement. There's an assortment of like books, like basic books, kind of a thing. Basically the same stuff you saw in the bookstore. There's furniture, there's boxes of things, but you look through the boxes, there's nothing really valuable in there.
Nothing at all.
Not immediately. You make an investigation check though.
All right. That's better.
Hell
Think
yeah.
about it. And there was a portion of the wall that was almost minusculely different from the other bricks. Push that, and it goes in, and the wall moves to the side. Make a perception check.
Oh boy. We're going deep.
This is great.
Try to piss off an entire cult in one simple action.
All right. You open it up and you see there are unlit torch. What are they called? Banister? No. Torch holders.
Bandoliers.
Bandoliers. They're unlit bandoliers that go down in this like almost slight decline, and it's a velvet red carpet.
Bandolier is not the right word.
Yeah, I
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
sure where the fuck that word came from, but I was okay with it.
No, I was thinking of the one like, it's like a cauldron for fire.
That's a brazier.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, but had the wrong name come up.
Whatever. There are
Could you
things for
describe it to
torches.
me again? I'm not quite sure what it was supposed to be.
So basically, like, you know, whenever like in a game, there's torches on the wall, like
Yeah.
in Skyrim, there are things that hold torches on the wall that you can light.
Oh yeah.
It's that.
Ooh.
It's that, and it's a slight decline, no stairs, just a slight decline with a velvet red carpet going down the hallway. And you can't see past 60 feet because of your dark vision. But the downward slope does not end at your current dark vision.
Can I make another stealth check to try and go down there quietly?
You've made your stealth check. But
Oh, you want me to make another
you can
one?
reroll.
Oh.
You can reroll.
Alright.
I'll be nice. This time you
Ooh.
steady your breathing. And you keep close to the wall. With your new disguise, you are much more stealth friendly, other than your bright lavender or bright purple skin. So it was a good idea to disguise yourself coming down here. And you make your way downwards. And it extends 2-3 times your dark vision. So 6, 12, 18. So 180 feet downward slope. And then it finally levels out. And you see a large room with portraits of. There's 3 portraits, and each of these portraits is on top of an archway. One of the portraits has hands presenting themselves. That's the north one. The east one has a hand sort of like in a blocking position. And then the west one has a hand in a fist.
Okay, so one of them's blocking, one of them's a fist. What's the other one?
Like
First one?
presenting.
Hmm. Hmm. Would there be anything like sort of within the room I could maybe see? There'd sort of be like a clue.
Make an investigation check. You can't find anything that would hint as to what these tunnels mean.
This has been such a fucking roller coaster.
Mhm.
I need to.
I'm simultaneously loving and hating where this is going.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious to see whether or not Matthias will be joining us for the rest of next session.
Okay, cool.
I'm interested to see where this will go.
Oh.
Not only in the terms of where this physically will go, but like party wise.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I did not expect to get this far.
Hey man,
No, valid. I
Get
didn't expect you to
creative,
get this
shit
far
works.
either.
Vince, you've been up and down. Like, holy fuck.
it is
It's been-
8, 14, 7, 4, 20, 8, 25.
It's literally been a success, a failure, a success. Besides the 7%.
Did you say there were tunnels or statues?
Sorry, what'd you say, Vince?
Did you say there were tunnels or statues?
They were archways that
Oh, actually.
the paintings were on top of archways, and the archways lead to tunnels, like tunnels with the same look of the one that you came down, and they're identical to each other.
I think Matthias is gonna have to go deeper. He's gonna go down the one that has the hand like presenting, but he's definitely gonna be even more slowly walking.
Oh boy.
So
Oh,
as
boy.
you walk down
He's gonna get that like the ink and stuff and like one of the pages of extra paper, and he's definitely gonna try and sort of
map it out.
from memory try and keep like make a very very vague outline of where he's going, like a very very crappy map.
All right, cool. I'll keep that in mind. So you're walking down this hallway. Sorry, I had to wait for that. And you continue down, and it's weird. You've taken 100 steps. Doesn't feel like you've traveled far. You look back and you still see the entrance. And you keep walking. And you turn around and the entrance is nowhere near you.
Oh.
And in front of you is a large doorway with almost like teeth that is like with designs of teeth on the ends of it. For the rest of you, an hour has passed. For Matthias, it has felt like 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
I've
Oh boy.
already gone missing for an hour.
Yes, but I mean, you were all going to bed, so.
Yeah.
Matthias is gonna he's gonna slowly approach the door and sort of try and he's actually gonna get his rapier and like slightly poke the teeth of the door out of curiosity, see if anything happens. Just ding. Script.
Nothing else happens.
Is Matthias able to is the door like shut or is it like
It is closed.
like open? Oh.
It is closed, but it there is a slight crack in it. So it's like closed, but like almost like not hurriedly, but lazily closed.
Oh, it's like slightly ajar, or
Kind of, you know, like when you close a door and it's so close to being closed, but it's just not. It's kind of like that.
yeah. All right.
So slightly ajar.
And
I guess.
In that case, Matthias is going to just gently push the door open with his rapier. Not very far, just enough to sort of peek inside.
Okay. As you peek inside, you see nothing.
Oh.
It is a very large expanse. You see 60 feet outwards is velvet steps that lead downwards, and you see a couple carts full of carts that seem to have like, you recognize it as like animal blood, so like a butcher or something probably came down here and butchered up something, and these are the remains left in these carts, and you see the very edges of those in your dark vision.
He's gonna go a little bit further.
Go down the steps, a couple steps.
Oh yeah. He's still trying to keep up with his crappy map as well. He's just gonna write like one of the, they call it on one of the squares that's supposed to be the room. Animal blood. He's
I can't wait until he runs into another fucking cult member and they're just like, oh, hey, when we get a new member.
What's poppin', babe?
As you're slowly advancing, you hear the door behind you open. And you hear a voice say, I thought I was on the midnight run. And you see a man in very similar robes to yours, an old man, carrying what seems to be a large bag behind him.
A what?
A large, like, bag. He's, like, dragging a large bag.
Oh. Matthias is gonna sort of give a simple nod. He's just like, I was told the same.
There have been issues and missives in the past. I am quite tired. Could you make the delivery for me? And he presents the bag to you.
Yeah, Matthias is gonna give another simple nod, just holding out his hand, like waiting for him to give it to him.
He hands you the bag, and he says, Consuma guide you. And he turns around and he walks away. And the door closes behind him.
So if you get
Okay,
me to
thank
start, I
God.
will look out taking it.
Matthias is also gonna write like on his crappy note once the guy leaves, just like up in the top corner, consumer guide you. This is like, what do you call it? Phrase of interest to remember.
Okay.
Hmm. And then he's just gonna now he's gonna be holding this massive bag just further going
It is
down.
very heavy.
Oh.
Oh.
That is actually gonna look in the bag.
You open it up, you see 3 dead humans
Hmm.
inside the bag.
Fancy.
They've been chopped up into various limbs and
Mm.
Oh, we are definitely going deep now. Ah.
No, Mir ate some of that appetizer meat.
It's the appetizer.
Yep, you did
Run.
eat some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can grab it between.
You
But
drank
that's
the
just-
punch.
Oh god. Dice is gonna sort of close up the bag. Okay? He's not actually too disturbed by human remains.
Well, of course not.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
They
he's
just
just
gave
gonna-
him a bag of snacks.
Yeah.
oh hell yeah.
Lunch is sorted.
Alright.
Hey, he's gonna continue down the hall, just dragging
Okay.
the bag.
As you continue downwards, you see those were carts full of animal's blood. And there's bits of bone remaining. And as you look forward more and more, it begins to arch upwards, and you see sleeping about 60 feet ahead of you, not yet alerted to your presence. Hard to surmise, but you think standing it might be around 10 feet tall. A maw demon of
Oh.
immense size. It looks bloated.
Oh, would it notice
beyond.
me?
It has not noticed you yet. It is sleeping very soundly. You see it's like on its back, and its like arms are curled inside, and it's like almost like grabbing at the sides of its like mouth. And you see it has 5 eyes instead of the 3 you're used to. And it seems bigger. There are more teeth, and it just like generally bigger, and there are like sort of like spikes going up its going up its arms and sort of around the eyes. So there's spikes around the eyes.
What the fuck?
Oh.
I'm just gonna what the fuck real quick.
Alright.
Sick, dude.
Matthias is actually gonna like the back edge of like the crappy map he's doing, and he's gonna try to stay like this, like enough that he can maybe see the sleeping maw demon, and he's going to try his best to sort of take notes and just like generally sketch the maw demon, going like, perfect, finally,
So
some information on demons.
So as you're reading this, you watch as the paper is cut in half as a tiny green, almost like sickly looking entity with big bug red eyes and large antenna just cuts it in half and just cackles in your face. And you hear another voice similar to it behind you in Abyssal read, "Delivery! Delivery!" And the large demon
Hello.
and he sits up and he looks towards you and his eyes kind of focus in. And he gets to automatically roll against your spell.
Oh,
Okay. It says as it like opens its jaw and it like reaches forwards its hands towards the bag that you're carrying. you see the little demons that are around you are just cackling madly, and they're like going through your pack, and one of them's like kicking your ankle. It's not doing anything to you, but it's just
kicking
chaos.
it.
It's just chaos. They're just doing random shit. And the one that like ripped your paper in half, the map you were using, is just eating the bits of it that fell to the ground. And there's 3 of them currently that you didn't notice in the room that you entered in originally.
Matthias is gonna sort of try his best to sort of just, as the Great Demon just like sort of takes the bag, he's just gonna give a slight nod to go like, consumer. That's the it. Like trying his best.
And he just takes it and he just dumps the bag into his maw, and you just hear the sickening like slawing and crunching of bone and meat as it begins to consume its meal.
Wow.
And the little demons are still just heckling you, like, and it's very annoying. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, okay. Oh no.
As their maddening cackles increase.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
You kind of like twitch, and there's something inside of you. These feel familiar. They feel like pests. These things are beneath you, and they're bothering you, acting like they're on your level, but you know they're not. And you like you fight back the urge to just swallow one whole, and you sit back and you just take a deep breath. Do you stick around, or are you turning around, leaving?
He's going to definitely try and slowly leave.
The creature like eyes you, and like 3 of its eyes are watching you, and 2 of them are on the little demons, sort of heckling you. And it says in Abyssal to the little ones, "Return," and they go, and then they vanish, disappear from sight, and then they.
Oh. How much of my actual pack is sort of remaining?
A lot
Like
of your
stuff in it.
rations are gone.
I had rations?
Everyone.
Oh, I
has
suppose the
rations.
purple worm faced.
Yeah, like the bones that you were saving for later from the purple worm feast are gone.
Oh.
Which is unfortunate. Well, most of them. It's a tiny thing, couldn't really grab much. Also, your socks are ruined, as well as like the bottom of your pant leg.
Damn it.
Because these creatures were crawling all over your illusory form, but didn't seem to notice.
Should.
Oh.
Or they just didn't care to say.
Oh. Matthias is definitely gonna try and like sort of get out as quickly as he can. Not quite running, but definitely very much so fast walking with his belongings once he's out of the door with the giant consumer.
You kind of like exit fairly swiftly, and the door closes behind you. You let out a sigh of relief. Yeah, there is a distinct smell on you, though. Very particular kind of decay that is sort of emanating around you. And you see the eyes of one of the creatures is, like, watching you from the top of the, sort of, like, at the back of the room where you'd come from previously, the tunnel. And then it vanishes.
Oh, his map's all ripped up. Matthias is gonna try his best to sort of remember the way he came.
Oh, yeah, you easily do. It was only one tunnel.
Oh.
You remember the way you came, you can even redraw your map. They just ripped up the first draft, I guess. And yeah, you're back in the room with the 3 portraits.
Oh.
Ooh.
We've done it. To go down a different tunnel or to go back. I'm fairly certain Matthias would probably want to go back at this point.
That's super fair. As you're ascending back up that incline, you hear two voices conversing lightly, not from the stairs above you, but below you, coming from one of the other tunnels. Just as you disappear up the stairs, safely away from their vision. And you make it back into the basement. You shut the basement door behind you. No one seems any the wiser.
Oh, Jesus.
So am I back in the main part of the safe house?
Yeah.
Oh. With that, Matthias is definitely gonna... He's definitely gonna try and find, a room. Just all to himself. Just sort of take out, the thick, heavy book that he has. And he's definitely going to try again to sort of write some notes on what he saw. And he's just gonna call it the consumer.
You do. Sakar, make a perception check for me.
Do I smell a smell?
Oh, that's what this
A
is for.
smelly smell.
That's very smelly.
Anchovies!
You don't, actually.
Okay.
And you go to your room. And you sleep. Alright. Anything else you guys want to do before the night's out?
No.
Yeah, Momira will kind of skim through the books. She will, yeah, she'll just kind of start one of the novels, probably start Heaven and Hell. Because it was so expensive, so it must be. So it must
really
be something
cheesy.
intensive. Mm-hmm.
It's a very cheesy beginning with the introductions of both of the main cast.
Mhm.
And you get about to the point where they meet for the first time, which is on a battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tiefling and an Azamar. She's fighting on the side of giants, and he is fighting on the side of dragons. And they meet on the battlefield and love at first sight, all that fucking nonsense. It's very typical romance tropes. There seems to be a lot of oddly specific things mentioned in this book.
Of which she will take notes. Of that's really specific for something to be made up for a romance novel.
Oh yeah, of course.
But she also knows the age of it, so it could be, something worth looking into.
Totally. But that's about as far as you get.
Okay. Yeah, no, I imagine Momira has not read a ton of fiction, less so romance.
No, and it's
So this'll
kind of
be-
boring
Yeah.
to her. I don't imagine she's too interested in very tropey romance novels.
No, because it's more what she would have read would have been more philosophical fiction, I guess. If that's the word, or the short stories that make you question life's meaning.
Gotcha. Yeah, it wasn't that.
So
far.
the only one I can think of is The Lottery.
Sure.
Stuff like that.
Sure. Alright. Yes, and the appetizers you got were primo. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. She'll snack on that while she's reading. Careful not to damage any of the books.
Yes, you do.
Human.
And you all wake up the next morning, rested, spell slots restored, hits points restored if you lost any.
Yeah.
And the new day is ahead of you.
So, do we have anything else to do in Corin? To do anything else?
I would like to follow after the winged creature we keep seeing, and it is headed toward Alistar, and we have a delivery to make.
That's advanced.
So,
That's
Do I smell the
I'm
smelly
sorry.
smell in the
I
morning?
meant, Advencia.
You smell a familiar smell of decay, but that's just more of a lingering of being around something. You think rotting meat, but that doesn't really point to what you're thinking.
Okay.
Kind of a thing, but it smells more like an animal's rotted meat at this point.
Okay.
Matthias was just probably being fucking weird or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
went into a back room and found the like garbage or something like that. Kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You do overhear. You do not see the old man who had greeted you at the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
There is a new, younger man who is serving you. But that's all. Any
Well, I
you all
suppose
a
let us get some
fantastic day.
food. Let's get some food in the markets, rations, restock, and, well, I think we should head on the road as soon as possible. Unless people have business still in here, in Dalcorin.
I am prepared to leave.
I would definitely prefer to leave as soon as possible.
Did anyone else have nightmares? I had nightmares. I guess staying in a cultist house could give that to you.
Really? I slept quite nicely.
I had nightmares.
It felt just like home.
Hmm.
There
I
was
wouldn't
certain-
say
in
it's
different
like
places.
home. It felt more comfortable than a home. Though not as familiar.
That is a good way to describe it.
We grew up in different places. Radically.
Doesn't everybody?
Not brothers.
Hmm. You're right.
Anyway.
But I mean, none of us are related, so I mean... I figure all of us would have grown in radically different environments.
Yes. Thank you.
What?
Just
You sound like you're being sarcastic.
I am. Let's go.
Well, there's no need. I'm just pointing out.
There's only one thing second to my spellcasting. That's sarcasm.
So spellcasting comes first or sarcasm comes first?
I just give her like a sly smile and then I walk out. Just
Wait, no, you didn't answer.
please.
Matthias, your pack feels a little heavier than it was last night.
Well, look at that, Matthias. You've joined a cult.
Oh no, he never turned off minor illusion.
It only lasts an hour, sadly.
Yeah.
Nice is definitely gonna go through his belongings. Make sure everything's there, especially the notes that he took last night.
They're all there. In fact, there is more writing in the notebook.
Oh.
It says, in Abyssal, I'm watching.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's sick, dude. That's fucking sick.
Oh, heck.
That's all.
Matthias joined a cult. Matthias joined a cult.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
He didn't.
Ah, shucks.
Not again.
Damn.
Ah, jeepers creepers.
Aw, heck, this is a real pickle I've gotten myself in.
Alright, so you guys gather your things and head out for events here. Are you taking the safe route or the dangerous route?
Definitely say the dangerous route.
God damn it.
Dangerous route it is.
No.
Yes.
Safe.
Yes.
Safe.
I'm
Everyone's
so
safe.
danger.
Matthias definitely votes for dangerous. He's still very much so we need to chase after the flying.
You're
agree.
right, but this is dumb. Okay.
And it's a good moment to get some field testing for whatever. Fucking, just me getting field testing
Oh boy.
for my shit. Wild magic.
You travel out, braving the wilds beyond, and Your day of travel is uneventful.
Oh.
Nice.
And it is-
Surprising.
as you guys are resting,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
you're taking shifts and everything.
Okay.
I assume you are.
Yeah.
Matthias, on your shift, which I assume you're probably by yourself,
More than likely.
you see familiar eyes appear from beside you, and that little green demon appears.
Oh.
Just
How many
reaches
of them
into
is there?
Reaches into your pack and pulls out some meat. Starts eating
What did it pull out?
it. Huh?
What did it pull out?
Meat.
Some meat from your pack, like your rations that you bought.
That was what was in your pack. You've collected a demon.
Oh no.
You have demon friend.
It starts munching it, and you see that it has a very similar thing to you, where you see a very thin line that goes down its throat.
Matthias is gonna he's gonna try and grab it. He's gonna try and grab the
Make an athletics check.
athletics? Alright.
Well, you're trying to grab it, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
damn it.
you rolled a 1.
Oh, fuck.
So you reach out and you like weakly grab it, and it like tries to push against your grip, and you like put your hand over its mouth,
That's so cute.
and it's just sitting there staring at you with these large bug eyes.
This thing is so adorable.
Matthias is just gonna sort of lowly growl at it while holding it. It's just like, don't go through my stuff. Or they just like unhinges the jaw. He's just like, I will eat you.
You see it, you hear it cackling as 2 more appear and take meat out of your bag. And begin to laughing as they start eating your food. And you see also another set of eyes sitting next to Sakar. And it has its hands cupped over its mouth. And it's whispering.
Well, Matthias is going to eat the one in his hands, going like, there's a never-ending amount of you then. You'll do.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Do we get awoken?
Not yet. Alright.
Forgot to click the tracker.
Well, not everyone's rolling initiative. So basically,
okay.
Matthias, you go and you begin to like do that, and it panics. You see its eyes go wide, and it shifts its form into a bat and flies away.
Matthias is just sort of gonna give it like a slightly defeated size. Like,
And you see
what
the-
have I done?
And you see the ones who were also like stealing your stuff change into bats and fly away. But the one is still just sitting near Sakar's head and whispering. Sakar,
Mm-hmm.
through this, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Oh no.
Please write
Oh.
an M1 on your character sheet.
No!
For who?
More
What?
flashbacks.
For Sakar.
For Sakar? Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
As
Oh, fuck.
What
Sakar,
happened?
You hear voices. Feed me. Consume. Destroy. Other words just filling your mind, and there are flashbacks of you delivering corpse after corpse, sacrifice after sacrifice, the lives you've ended and the lives you've given up to the consumer. And with all this, you sweat and your mind is unraveling. But yes, Matthias, you see this thing whisper, and if you start to approach it, it morphs into a bat and flies away.
Do I wake up at any point?
It is not awaking you.
Okay. Interesting.
In fact, it lulls you into a deeper sleep, drawing you into the nightmare.
Sakar's just kind of laying down asleep and just kind of like almost like thrashing about, but like not like in a constant state of thrashing, just like like a sudden like burst of energy and then halting and then continuing and stopping. But Sakar's very clearly not having a good time in his sleep.
All right, that's the only incursion that happens. And you guys wake up in the morning. Even Sakar, you get a long rest. You're not exhausted or anything.
Okay.
And you guys make your way, and you see the large steel walls of Adencia before you. Familiar sight to you, Booker. You're very excited. Back home.
The smell of iron and, well, just iron, honestly. There's not a lot of smells here.
You see on top of the wall in front of the gate what you know to be the Restless Bat Battalion. They are a battalion of Warforged who man towers and streets, and you see golems walking their way around and just being constantly on guard. And you see, from a mile away, you're able to see this large structures of the city. And it is the center, actually, is what it is called. It is an all-glass building. And, one second. It's just a large, like, dome-like glass structure with some towers built into it. Other things like that. And you know this is actually where the center of the Smith's Guild is. You know it's called the Forge of Legends.
The Step of Legends.
The Forge.
Forge of Legends.
Yeah, I'm just kind of... So, we walk in, I assume?
Yeah, you enter in, no problem at all.
Yeah, and Booker's just, like, pointing at places with his stick, like, oh yeah, this is that.
You are currently... you enter in the lower districts. Because there are districts to Adencia. Your family actually resides in the upper districts, so you're not in the lower districts. The lower districts, you see there are many poor folk in this district. You know, the usual, not quite ghetto, but close to it.
Some of my brothers like to come here for what they call humanitarian reasons. I don't.
Yeah.
You're not a humanitarian.
No, I don't consider myself humanitarian. I don't hate people or anything. I don't have disdain for people. I'm not one to go help that much. Like, at least not like this.
Yes, and there is the Restless Guard are even more. They're very heavily seen in this area. There is high policing in the lower districts. There are many. You see people who have no weapons on them, but there's tools on their belts and other things. And they follow around these golems, or stand next to these golems, these large steel golems that walk around. And you know, in this place, there is a in the lower districts. The place your brothers went for humanitarian services is called the Evening's Respite. And there's also a small smithy. You distinctly remember actually interacting with a Kenku alchemist named Heese. They sell potions and acids and other things. And there's also a tavern called the Broken Bottle, run by a disheveled, one-armed bugbear named Serg.
This part of town is if we're a big straddled on cash.
What does that mean?
Mostly. If we don't have a lot of money, things are cheaper here.
Ah.
The upper district is a lot finer and nicer.
And one thing you notice, there is not a single religious symbol or structure in this entire province. So, there's that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, wouldn't make sense for Booker to call notice to it, but
And this is actually where the noble House Marksclaw is.
me and my heart.
Oh, we don't know him though.
You don't. Well, Booker knows of them, but he doesn't know them.
Yeah, you've heard of the Companions of Marksclaw. They were a big deal in the city like a year ago, which you've obviously heard about. You actually know there are many noble houses here, many which like actually compete with each other, and there's some conflicts. There's House Marksclaw, run by Lord Marksclaw, big rotund human man, like I'm talking fat human man, like big boy,
Thick.
thick with like 7 C's.
Fuck.
Morbidly obese. There's House Perena, which is, run by a goblin man named Gary Perena. Perena, my bad. They are, he basically controls the integration of goblinoids into the provinces and has tobacco farms. And that's his
damn.
claim to fame. And like all nobles, he has a knight, which is just a massive hobgoblin, which you've seen him walk around with. There's House Shrock, run by a half-elven man named Key Shrock. He controls the production of perfumes and other things of more general nature.
I see. Okay, yeah.
His knights are known as the Twin Shields, Grak, Tuck, and Farkle.
Aight.
Large orcs to carry massive blades, but primarily carry large tower shields. That's their nickname. And then there's House Jarlan, run by a Goliath woman named Uthulu Jarlan. She runs the Fighters Guild in the city, controlling all the bets made there as well. And her husband, which is just her husband is her knight, basically. Is it the last house? House Decathia. I don't think I mentioned. It is run by Lady Decathia, and she is a warforged.
Huh.
She was a cut above the rest. In fact, denied most of her programming and took her life into her own hands. And she herself knows the ideal way to heal Warforged, and that is her claim. So she basically monopolizes the repair and upkeep of the city's guard. Which she was once a member of. And she has no knight.
No what?
No
Knight.
knights. Like most noble houses, the lords and ladies have knights.
I thought you said no neck, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that's what I heard at
I
first
mean,
too,
she's
and then
a
I'm like,
robot,
wait
she
a
doesn't
minute.
really need it.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
not wrong.
But okay, does she have a neck? Yes or no?
You actually haven't seen her. You don't know. The rest
There's
of
a
them
possibility.
make themselves very public.
No neck confirmed.
It is not confirmed. Currently known to you, because of your family, and you guys get wind of sort of the drama. Jarlan and Mark's Claw are currently feuding because the fight pits. Mark's Claw is irritated because the fight pits use more potions versus free healing because there's no clerics. And Jarlan's brash negotiating may or may not have led to a few fights. So basically, she's doing something to irritate him because he's providing potions and other things to keep her fight pits running, but there's a bit of a disconnect.
A point of contention.
Yes. And basically, Piranha is completely neutral on this, but the other noble houses do have like sides they're taking in this feud.
The petty squabbles of nobles.
Oh yeah. And you've never
It
actually
truly is home.
Yeah, you've never been inside the Forge of Legends, but you've heard it's fucking crazy. There's also the School of Arcanotech, where this is basically the school for artificers and other people
That's the word.
who wish to
I have brothers that studied there.
improve their knowledge of the arcane as well as
Sibling. Studied there.
as the mechanical.
Hmm.
Lenny Dalwood is the owner of it all. He's and the vice principal. The vice principal is Jen Ilium. You know this because of your brothers. The workshop, which is where all Warforged go for repairs. The center was noted. The minister of this province is Callum New, and they're in Azamar. A tall man with blue eyes, with short and slick back silver hair, and is also the leader of the Justicar Guild. So basically, like, big time lawyer. Some other notable locations are the Phantom Mug, run by a red-skinned tiefling man named Barthol, who has unseen servants as barmaids.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sick.
I like that.
The Stomp.
Cool.
It's an arena where fights against conjured creatures and other competitors are held.
Ooh.
There's Parts for Sale, a scrapyard run by a warforged named Tresh,
Your boy Tresh.
who you know is he's like a large-sized creature. He's basically like, you know, like car compactors?
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those, but warforged form.
Oh, okay.
Good.
He's a
Big.
car
He
compactor
big.
with fucking legs.
Yeah, basically.
And a
He looks
head.
like a dreadnought from 40K.
But yeah, so there you go.
Mhm.
There's a lot in the city, and of course you know where your fucking family resides. So.
Yeah, I relay this information to them and ask them where they want to go. And that
Also, your proprietor is here, so you can go.
Yeah, so
We could also
we
do
would
that.
wanna. Let's stop there first.
You can stop at his manor.
And we deliver over the object we were tasked to get.
the rock.
Yeah, as you walk in, the usual sight of your patron just greets you all with open arms and walks over. And like he's a very large man, like in terms of like height and width.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably like 6'8" ish. So he's a big human. And he walks over and he like gets you all in like a group hug. Just says, "Oh,
Okay.
thank you. You do
Oh,
great
Jesus.
work." And when you hand him the stone, you see him hold it for a moment, and his eyes flare with an arcane energy. He goes, "Perfect, just what I was looking for."
What is it that is?
So this stone can create illusions, but
Really?
they're almost tangible.
Would you mind a demonstration?
I can try. And he holds out his hand and he focuses, and a hologram of a blade appears.
I go to touch the blade.
It is sharp.
Can it cause damage and cut me?
If you press your finger hard enough, blood will start to drip.
Huh.
What do you mean they're almost tangible? That seems pretty tangible to me.
It harms me
Well,
enough.
If you think about it, and once you start to focus in on the aspect of the blade and that it is illusory, your hand goes through it.
Oh.
That is an
Interesting.
impressive artifact.
That is very powerful. And for your troubles, and he hands you all 400 gold pieces.
Hey!
Each of you gets
Payday!
400 gold pieces.
Nice.
That's why we do it. For that smile.
He is smiling ear to ear. He's balding a little bit, but he's just very pleasant.
Really? I mean, I do it for the interesting artifacts that he seems to know everything about.
I do it for a plethora of reasons. I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah. Well, if you don't mind, actually, if you're not busy, I'm hosting a lunch, and I'd love for you to join me.
Hosting it for who?
Oh, more of my associates.
Oh. Need more of your, employees, associates, and adventurers hired out like us.
No.
Oh.
More adventurers, you are the only ones I employ, after all.
Oh.
But you'll be meeting more of my official friends.
Yes.
Oh, I
I'll
think
be
that'd
there.
be... I think that'd be enjoyable.
Well, it's, right now, so.
Oh.
And I
It
didn't
is
bring my
lunchtime.
fancy clothes.
Okay.
And I didn't bring my fancy clothes.
Oh, you look fine, Booker. And he kind of, like, pats you on the back.
Just stop. Oh, jeez. I'm fine.
And he leads you all into a large dining hall, and there are many tables around. It seems like you could hold a feast in here, should you choose. But there's one table set. There's room enough for all of you, your patron, and 3 other chairs.
Well, are, Sakar and Matthias coming with?
Sure.
Yeah, if they're-
Definitely.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, yeet.
So as you sit down, only one person shows up in the time sort of like designated.
I thought you said there would be multiple associates here.
Oh, that was the hope. Seems they were too busy today.
Oh. Do you host these lunches often?
Oh, we try to get together every week or so. But if you're
Oh.
busy, it's no biggie. Kind of like chuckles. He's like, please meet my friend Perry Laughlin. And you see a human woman walk through the doorway. She is in a very form-fitting gray suit with a sort of like black shirt underlying it with a red tie. And her hair is like pulled up into like a bun at the top with like a pin through it.
Mm-hmm.
And she enters in. She goes, "Sorry, I was late. I was doing some overtime at the store." She takes a seat, and you see a few servers walk in and begin to serve drinks and food. She goes, "And are these your dogs who fetch things for you?"
The term's lizard, but thank you.
And he goes, "Well, these are my friends, actually, that I have run errands for me and pay them handsomely for." And she chuckles and goes, "Ah, yes. Yeah.
As friends do.
Wonderful. Well, I've already been introduced, and you are." And she, like, goes down the table, just like, "And you introduce yourselves."
Mm-hmm.
Booker's silent main. Pleasure's
Mimir-
all.
I recognize that name. The last name, at least.
My father's well known.
He is. Shame
Booker,
he's no
back.
longer here.
Oh, did he finally die, or is he just gone? Because I don't know.
And I've been told he's been missing.
Yes! Yes, to us as well. I just thought when you said gone, I meant gone.
Ah, I see. No, not quite. I haven't heard. And then she
Oh,
moves
well.
down the table to someone else.
Mumira Tumtong.
She looks to the next person.
My name is Sakar.
Ah, quite the get up you have.
It's not a get up, it's official. It's an official uniform, so to speak.
She kind of like curls her like lip a little bit, like, and then looks to you, Matthias.
Matthias is gonna extend a slight hand forwards. Is like, you may call me Matthias.
She gingerly shakes your hand, but like twists yours so hers is on top.
Ooh.
And shakes you.
Ooh.
The
Choice.
squabbles.
Yeah,
The squabbles of fucking.
right?
Mm-hmm. Entitled rich people.
Oh yeah, this is a big entitled rich person. But it seems your patron doesn't really understand that she's being that because he's just a really nice dude. So he's just accommodating everyone, as he always does. He's just making jokes and having fun.
But yeah.
So, how are you in association with our lovely patron here?
Well, I work over at the School of Arcanotech, and
Really?
yes, I do. And he donates generously many artifacts to help advance our research.
What kind of research would that be? What branches are you expanding into?
We expand from everything from enchanting to creating weaponry, creating life, golems, warforged. What else? And she names off a lot of like scientific stuff that none of you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
But she mentioned.
Mumira will kind of gingerly touch on some of these topics, like, oh, well, can you, elaborate a little more on that, or what does that mean,
Yeah.
or how does that
After you
work,
press
or...
about the second thing, she just kind of ignores you and continues talking to your patron.
Oh,
Just seemingly like blowing you off.
I pat Momira on the arm. Don't worry, that's just rich people for you.
well, I mean, I was just curious about her work. I thought I was being polite.
You were. Just that's how rich people function. That's just rich people, honestly.
A cat meows
Oh.
in the background.
Juniper is throwing a fit. It's fine.
I
She- Juniper is throwing a fit because my roommate's taking her. She's been picked up and Juniper does nothing but scream about it. She could just jump off
But
or leave, but no, she scream.
She is kid.
he actually does have some dogs, some like very like nice looking, like you can tell they were obviously like pedigree dogs.
Mm-hmm.
That just kind of like walk around a yard in like out the window. And he looks at you and goes, "Oh, have you heard the news?"
Oh, what
Cardinal?
news?
Yes.
Oh.
Tragic, is it not?
Very. Though
Very.
curious, what kind of means would bring such a thing to lead a city like that to destruction?
I personally, it could be many things. I
Oh, of
haven't
course.
heard anything so far of anything official.
It doesn't seem like anyone else has.
Must be a dangerous place, though.
Incredibly.
For now, I'm just gonna stick to what I know and loading up my own repertoire. He kind of chuckles and like pats his belly.
What else can one do in such trying times?
true. And he like whaps your back again. And you're like, God damn it.
Not again.
Just, I won't say anything because, you know, saying shit can get you fired.
Mm-hmm.
Booker knows how to deal with people and knows that the customer's always right.
And so is the one paying you.
Yep. He knows not to,
Mm-hmm.
not to try to stop people from doing what they want. At least when they have power over you.
So, oh, I forgot her name. Fuck me. The other associate at the table, Miss Prissy.
Perry.
Perry, that's it. That was close.
Perry the platypus.
Yes,
Wow.
but Perry's a decent person.
Hey,
Um,
P.
Miss Perry, are you familiar with other associates that would attend lunches like this?
She kind of like cocks her head curiously. I mean, yes, I do know everyone else who gets invited to these.
Just more, how familiar are you with them? Is this kind of like a closely knit sort of organization, or is it just kind of everyone keeps everyone at arm's length, as you do?
She looks at you and she smiles. And she
Momira smiles back.
And she goes, I'm quite good friends with everyone at these events, yes.
Must be nice.
It is. And there's
Just-
like this obvious like tension.
Booker just looks away like, oh my. Like,
Momira kind of
Wow.
knows she was being a little mean, but she didn't realize she was being that mean.
And he like looks to you all like with wide eyes like, well, that was quite the delicious meal. I have to tend to my dogs. So you're willing
Yes,
to stay and finish
I-
your meals, but I am needed.
I have to. I should really visit my family. It's been a while, and I don't know who's left.
Oh yes, tell the Tinker if he's still around. Thanks for fixing my sink last week.
Hopefully he is. I'll tell him.
He chuckles and then he walks outside, and you see him get like just dog piled by 3 big old dogs.
Aww.
Good boys.
Good boys.
They are. And she stands up and she walks outside. Doesn't even say goodbye to you all. And you see her.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't even acknowledge you. She walks outside and you see her click something on her glove, and you see her shoes elevate, and small rockets pop out from the back, and she
Huh.
goes down the road.
How
That's
much of that is
interesting.
magic and how much of that is mechanics?
Just a little bit of both.
Who knows?
I'm talking exact ratios. It was more of a hypothetical. Or rhetorical. That's the word I'm looking for.
You could talk to Tinker. He would know.
Well, you've got to go talk to him anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I really.
Why don't we
should.
go meet him? Also, I hate interacting with people like that. It has been...
With the rich.
My mom used to deal with them a lot. They were cruel like her.
I probably used to, and I feel like we're gonna keep dealing with them a lot.
Hmm.
It's about having a face.
We all have faces.
It's a figure of fucking speech. Let's go home. Let's go
Okay.
to my house.
Will there be a place to stay for all of us?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Oh, there's so many rooms. So many empty rooms.
as long
Too
as
many.
as long as you don't mind huddling with like 15 kobolds on the bed.
Okay, well, I might mind that. I might like some privacy.
You seemed very comfortable in my safe house. We could probably find another one of those, if you wish.
Ooh, not in here.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh god, no, not here.
There's no religious things here.
There's
Oh, that's
No
right.
religion.
That's right.
and cults. They have ways of sniffing those out.
Okay, I see.
There's a lot of tech here.
Yeah. Absolutely zero religion.
Okay.
They're very, it is, I believe it's the first secular province.
Yeah, it is.
Powerful.
Mhm.
Modern.
Yeah,
Moving
it attempts to be. Yeah, it's so old-fashioned. An aristocracy.
So are we heading over to the Silent Main family home?
Oh yeah.
Heck
Oh, hell
yeah.
And as you enter inside, you see. Are you going in like the way the family goes in, or the customer way?
I go in the customer way, and we have like a phrase that go down.
Okay.
I assume into the laboratory.
You see clerk.
Oh. They finally replaced me up here.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Young kobold. You haven't met them before. And they just go, "Oh, are you Books?"
Booker. But yeah.
And they walk over. It's like, "Nice to meet my big brother." He like holds out his hand.
I go and I shake his hand.
And he goes, "Oh yeah."
Oh.
Nah, just like walks to the back and like pulls a lever, and you see a bookshelf just like turn around, and there's a tube.
Welcome
Whoa.
to the Silent Main Manor.
Come on down there. And you see him sneeze, and some arcane energy just sparkle out.
What does he mean, good luck?
Booker just kind of grabs his chest. He's like, the heart rate's fucking going up now.
What,
It's
no,
good to
Booker,
be home.
Booker, what does he mean by good luck?
We gotta go one at a time. It's made for kobolds, so I don't think we all fit there.
Oh.
It's like a little tube made for kobolds.
Oh yeah, it's a tube made for 100%.
So, I'll see you down. Just kind of.
What does it mean, good luck, though? Is it dangerous?
He
I just
steps
give
into
that
the tube,
same.
and it goes, and then he.
I just give the same sly smile as I go.
What?
Downwards.
Matthias, you go next.
And then
No,
another
Sakar.
tube, and then you see a tube identical to the one Booker was in, just comes down from the top.
Sakar, why don't you go next? You're closer to his size.
If you insist. And then
Yes,
he
I
steps
do.
in.
Go.
You step inside, and then and Sakar, this isn't unfamiliar, so I will describe it to you. You are jettisoned at sickening speeds, downward, spiraling, flipping upside down, forward spiraling.
Oh, it's Dexter's laboratory.
It's Dexter's laboratory.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It is terrible. You feel extremely claustrophobic, and you're going at rapid speeds, and all you see is rock and mineral flying past you.
Oh god.
And around this time, another tube appears.
Booker's just down there, like putting his hand to his ear, like cupping it to be like. And he hears a fireball in the distance. There it is.
You hear, "Ah!" and you're like, ah.
Good to be home.
Yeah. And Sakar, you step out of the tube, like, you fall down, you're that dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real save for this, you are that dizzy.
Sakar's gonna take a minute just sitting down on the ground.
Yeah, and the tube goes on a different track.
I'm glad we got those installed. They're real fun.
Matthias and Mamira, who's next?
I'm gonna push Matthias towards it a little bit.
Matthias is sort of like, whoa, I have very important pages.
No.
There is no way I'm going down there.
Yes, you have to.
Everything.
You have to.
I love how he wasn't scared of the demon cult. He's scared of the lair of kobolds.
He's got claustrophobia.
He's scared of kobolds laboratory. I like to imagine there's a room that's like, this is like in SpongeBob where it's like, this is my lab, and it's just a dog. And this is my
laboratory. My laboratory. No, Matthias, you have to go. I'm not going down there alone. Third time's the charm. I have to. There's got to be test runs before I go.
Well, I mean, fine. But he's
Go.
gonna sort of. I'm leaving the bag up here.
I'm taking it with me then. If you're worried about
gonna
it.
give a very defeated sigh as he just like slowly edges his way towards the
I'll
tube.
begin pushing him at his back as we walk him towards it.
Alright, and the tube closes, and your tail almost gets caught. And you're sent down the tube, and you experience the same thing as Sakar. Though, this time, you're unaware that this is a different track.
No.
But there's even more loop-de-loops in this one than Sakar's.
Oh no.
Loop them pull.
And a fourth tube gets stuck in Mimir.
Yep, she makes her way in, clutching Matthias's bag for some kind of moral support.
Okay, and it closes in around you and sends you down. This one is the same as Matthias's. And
Oh, boy.
Matthias, you get out and you are dizzy and you fall over because that is one of the worst things you've ever experienced.
Matthias is just sort of
Oddly
like
fun,
on all
though. Oddly
fours.
fun.
Matthias is just sort of like on all fours, like almost throwing up as he's trying to recover.
Okay. And then, like 2 seconds after you're out, Mimir is thrown out.
Jettisoned
next to
out.
you. Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay on my stomach for a little bit here. While my brain catches up.
As you
Take your
begin-
time.
As you begin to cackle, you're all spellcasters. You all feel the chaotic energy radiating from this place.
It's just a fucking warp storm in there.
It really is.
Oh my god.
Goddamn warp storm. Everybody's like, oh god.
Like you've seen Booker's powers, and it seems random at times. This is
Just
this is
confirmation.
a very weird feeling for you. And do any of you have like cantrips you can just freely use?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So as you use cantrips, they're different colors every time.
Everybody just tries
Sometimes the effects are
prestidigitation.
sputtered.
Yeah, I'm casting Mage Hand over and over again.
Comes
Oh
out
yeah,
in
I'm
different
just
hands
I'm
every
teaching
time.
them the parlor trick of being inside here, just like with prestidigitation, making like different colored flames.
Yeah.
What,
I'm not
what
doing anything
causes
there.
this? What
I just give
causes
this-
this?
I just give the sly smile.
You have a knack for not answering my questions, and I thought you were a man of science.
I am. If you want answers, you could go check out our libraries.
Point me in the right direction.
I cast prestidigitation on my robes.
Okay.
Roll on the
Technically not.
wild magic.
They catch on fire.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
Is prestidigitation enough to like put that out?
Oh,
So I
yeah,
can
yeah,
count. Oh yeah, then I'm just like,
You counteract it, and like the flames, and then it snuffed out instantly.
it's a fun
Thank
place.
you for that.
It's a fun place.
Library.
This does not seem fun.
We need to go meet the boys. And
But library, you can't do that. You can't promise a library and then not show me where it is.
I just kind of walk towards where, because there's somebody who has to be in charge, always. Because if not, there is like heads of this family when the parents aren't there.
Oh yeah,
So, is it
you're,
them?
you're approaching Captain, who is
Captain.
your eldest brother, who is about 15 years older than you, ish.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger than you, like in size.
I'm extremely jealous.
Oh yeah, but that's just a natural thing with kobolds. Sometimes you get bigger, sometimes you get smaller, sometimes you get weirder. Especially with your genes. Yeah, it's there's no way to determine what the fuck's gonna happen to you. And he just looks out. Oh hey, What's up, Books? How you doing? And he walks over and he like picks you up. And he
Okay.
flushes your back. Just,
My spine.
You're welcome.
It's
Sets you down.
Booker now, but thank you.
Ah, sure it is. So, what brings you bringing outsiders in?
Library.
Oh, you're not using our library. That's ridiculous.
What?
That's
I
our knowledge.
Kick you, Booker.
I would not
You don't-
recommend that. As
you do not want to do
look-
that.
As you look to your right, you see hundreds of kobolds. all tinkering with different things or casting spells at objects, and just you see,
Wait.
like you see weird like alchemist tubes flowing all the way down. And it's
Hold up.
huge chaos.
And Booker's just like 3, 2, 1.
And you see
Explosion.
a large fireball just go out.
There
in
it
the
is.
distance.
And there it is.
And you watch as
Nice.
there's like this claw that just grabs a charred corpse and just takes him.
It's good to be home. It's really good to be home.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Welcome.
I do hand Captain any notes that I've taken about fucking wild magic while I'm out.
He sees it.
Sort of like my theories of this is just us controlling fate,
He's
and
like,
fate
I
either
like that
spitting,
one. I like that one.
right? It makes sense and it sounds cool.
It does. This is honestly one of the better ones that have come out so far.
These are my friends.
Not bad.
It's Sakar, Matthias,
Uh-huh.
and Moira.
Uh-huh.
We are sort of a party of adventurers up top. So I
Oh.
felt that they should have permission to come down here.
Oh yeah, they're fine to come down here. And he kind of like looks all of you up and down, and he's like, "So we got a bard? I don't know what you are. It's weird. Another sorcerer. Nice.
Oh, I guess you could say I'm new, and she's still casting Mage Hand, like still fascinated by the different ones that come out.
Yeah, sometimes it's a draconic hand. Other times it's a like skeleton hand.
Yeah, and then she's just like very much a kid in a candy shop where she's ooh pretty shiny, like a kid with ADHD at this point where she's just like not focusing on any one thing at any given moment, like spinning in place as she's kind of looking around.
Huh. Be careful of that one. She could get you all killed here. And he like turns around and he starts
Yes.
walking. Let me show you around the lab.
I'm just following behind.
And he's like,
Ah.
over here we got our tech boys. And
Oh yeah, I need to speak to Tinker. Is he dead or no?
you watch as he flicks his wrist and a book appears in his hand.
How do you know that was the right book with everything going haywire?
Oh, we can.
Hold up.
Is he dead? Uh-huh.
Someone roll a 1d4.
I'll roll it.
Oh.
Okay. You do it. You
I
decide
have
the
not
fate of
rolled
my
like
family.
anything.
Oh.
So you watch as he conjures the book. Some of the excess energy just seeps into Booker, and Booker, you fly.
Ah.
You now under the effects of the fly spell.
Well, I'm just gonna like
Ah.
lay back.
Nice.
Nice.
That was one of the good ones.
It is.
And he flips through. Yeah, Tinker's alive.
Ah.
He should be at table 102, seat D.
I just kind of
And it
fly over.
disappears. Yeah, and you just.
I thank him. I tell him that Tim thanks him for the work he did.
Ah, awesome! Tell him
Forgot to do
anytime.
this. We also saw Perry. You may know her
Perry, you should
from
ask
your
Captain
college.
about that.
I thought you were going to college.
I am. I don't know who that is. I haven't taken that class yet.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, I just kind of float back to my party.
Yeah, he's currently working on what looks like a bomb.
I just look at that. Oh boy. I'll ask about that later.
Fly away. And you fly back to the group. As Captain saying, yes, and this is this is Wrench, and you see a kobold who's just decked out in wrenches, and he's just fixing the shit out of like a crane at the moment. And that's when Booker returns.
Just wait till he casts mending.
As he casts mending. He's fine. Nothing happens.
He's fine.
Nothing bad happens. It's always
Hell yeah.
always a fucking gamble.
It's always a fucking gamble with these boys.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And yeah, you guys see on the tables are just weird shit. Like you see one of them's constructing like a metal skull, like just a skull that's made out of metal with some weird filaments on its eyes. Another one's working on like it looks like a dog bone, but it's made out of metal with some weird buttons in the center of it. Just so much garbage on these tables. You don't know if half of it fucking works, but they're
boy.
doing it. God damn it.
They're doing it. God damn.
They're doing
We're
the work,
itching.
goddammit.
We're doing God's work.
And as he walks a little bit more forwards, he goes, and this is the alchemy section. And he points to like all the fucking tubes of chemicals and shit. And you watch one kobold walk over, and he twists it like a fresh solution, pours into a potion.
Remember the
Drinks
great
it.
hangover of 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, that was wild. And you see as the one kobold drinks it, you watch his eyes flare with magical energy, and then he just grows to large size category and just stands there and is like,
Oh,
I'll tell you guys about the great hangover
Guys, it
that we had
worked.
2 years back.
what worked?
you
You,
hear him
planned
just,
that?
You hear him just scream, "It worked!" And then he shrinks to half his normal size.
Damn it. I was rooting for you.
And you hear, "Damn it!"
I was rooting for you, Bottles.
Yeah, thanks, Bucks. And he climbs up a stool, and he climbs up on the desk and pulls out a book that was normally his size that's too big for him now. Starts writing in it.
My god.
I'll tell the party later about the great hangover.
That was a good one.
It was.
We've,
It was.
We've never had so many casualties before.
We really didn't. We were nervous.
What even?
Oh yeah.
I remember being real nervous after that one.
It was wild. It took a while to get us back up to functioning.
Oh boy, we were like
Functioning
50
Yeah.
at the end of that. Oh,
Terrible. Yeah, you guys heard the words only 50 and you're like, what?
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 And then he goes, and this is our arcane study. And he points to a bunch of people just fucking casting spells. Shit's
I
flying.
used to work here.
It's terrible. You see
I
a
used
lot
to
of, like,
work here.
weird augmentations of normal spells that do not work and sometimes backfire and like horribly maim one of them. And then they reach back and drink a potion and then their skin reheals.
I used to work here for a bit. It was.
I thought you said you worked
Horrible.
at the front desk.
I did, but that's like there's the lab work and there's the work. Two different things.
Yeah, we have an above ground operation and an underground operation.
Huh.
The above
Oh,
ground
and-
one fuels the underground one.
And of course, if you tell anybody,
Oh, you'll fucking die.
exactly,
Why did you bring us here then?
because you're my friends and I trust you not to say anything.
Okay.
It's just like, duh,
Duh.
duh.
Yeah, they both look at you like, duh, like in the same
Duh.
exact
Okay.
way.
Okay.
And he's just like, and you hear Captain Shot, "Hey, Acid, you doing okay over there, buddy?" And you see a kobold, that skin is just like pouring with an acidic compound. And he's just like, "Yeah."
He always smelled weird.
And he like spits, and you see the ground dissolve. And he just cackles and starts chugging some acid vial.
Oh.
He's like, ha, fucking weirdo, and he turns around.
Really. And here's the library. It's just this big locked up thing.
Yeah, it's just huge vault, and you see like hundreds of runes all over it. He's like, yep, there it is.
Hundreds of tomes, beautifully stacked with forbidden and non-forbidden knowledge in there.
Oh yeah, there's
How
a
do
lot.
you differentiate the two?
There's,
You know.
we categorize them. Come on.
And you know, when you're dealing with stuff, you kind of get a hunch.
This is also true. Yeah, we
You
changed
know.
a lot of the runes since last time, so you couldn't get in. Just so you know, I'll update them. I'll update you on them later.
I need my library card updated. Damn it.
Yeah, you've been gone for a month. They normally renew about that. It starts to get dangerous when we leave them there for too long.
Yeah.
You remember what happened last time we missed the.
Oh yeah,
monthly
the Great
inspection?
Burning.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was sad, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so you need in here, get, and he holds out his hand for your library card.
I just give it.
Yeah, it has like a picture of Booker like smiling like this, like
It's an awkward smile. I'm like, yay!
he wasn't
He was
quite
like-
ready for it.
She's like 2 in that picture.
Yeah, this was like 2-year-old Booker, and you watch as he poofs out a like weird contraption of sorts. He's okay.
He's okay. God.
And he in the garden, and you hear a like, and he tears it out, hands it to you. Oh, there you go. Do you want to get your picture refreshed?
No, it reminds me of the good days.
All right, cool.
You
I'll
know.
get you a new card with the, like, you know, proper face on it, and you can keep the old one.
I'd like that actually.
All right, here, come on.
Keep it as a memento.
Let's go take you to pictures.
To pictures.
Kobolds.
That's
Cool.
the naming
They're the
scheme.
Fucking best. I love them.
I love this family.
You walk over and you pose. Make a dexterity check to see if you can prepare yourself for the picture on time.
Before Photos takes
Ah,
the
fuck.
photo.
It's a dex
Before
check,
you're ready.
so I'll let you reroll.
Oh.
Oh. Mercy DM.
There you go.
Oh.
All right, you not again. You smile properly this time, and
Yes.
pictures.
I give that like 3/4 profile and everything.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
And he presents you your like new library card, and you have your old one with a bit of nostalgia. But yeah, you can get into the vault whenever you need it.
Yep. I can see Momira stealing it from me when I'm sleeping.
Oh, and her trying to infiltrate this place.
Yeah, not gonna go
That
well.
would be interesting.
That would be really interesting.
Would be.
Because it probably
That's an
wouldn't be too hard,
No.
Probably not, no.
but it's also just dangerous to do anything.
Mhm.
If you step on the wrong tile, it could be an explosive one.
You step on the wrong tail and you're dead.
Oh yeah.
DED dead.
Dead. He goes, yeah. You know what? Since Booker seems to trust you, you can all take one book. And you use it for an hour or two.
But there's so many to choose from.
There is. But you
Oh yeah. Don't worry, I used to work there. I was a librarian of sorts.
Yep, you were one of the worst. That's why you got
I
moved
was.
to the desk.
I was.
So do you walk up to the vault?
I open up.
Alright. You watch as he just touches his card to it, and all the runes dim and the door opens.
It's a fucking vault door. Like
It
from
is.
Fallout.
Yeah,
Damn.
fall up all door.
And as you guys enter, he goes, Be safe. And then the door closes behind you.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is hermetically sealed, so if a fire starts, don't breathe.
You also know, Booker, where the actual books are, no magic can be used.
Yeah.
For the safety of the books, your magic was eliminated in those specific sections.
Dar. Ever since the Great Burning.
So yeah, you see library is the name of the one who replaced you. Female kobold, tiny glasses on the end of her snout, looks like a traditional librarian. She goes, "How can I help you?"
They're looking for books. Not me. They're looking for, a book.
Oh, I didn't think I'd get this far.
And she looks at a catalog and she goes, "What category?"
Divination magic.
Tap something. All right.
Forbidden or unforbidden.
Is this arcane or divine divination?
Arcane.
Unfortunately, you do not have permission for forbidden, so
Well,
you will have non-forbidden.
That's forbidden. Then divine divination.
Oh no, there are several books that are forbidden, but there are also several books that are non-forbidden. So I will get you one of those.
Oh. Okay.
And you watch as she very deftly walks into the room in the back and comes out with the book that she had highlighted and hands it to you.
Booker.
What is this book?
It says A Fool's Guide to Divination Magic.
You know what? This is good enough. I can deal with
And
this.
it has a winking wizard on the front.
In it?
I can cope with this.
What'd you say, Justin?
It has a winking kobold.
Oh, if it was written by you guys, it would, but it wasn't written by you.
Damn it.
Oh, thank you. I book off to a corner so that way I can study this thing in great detail for an hour.
Yeah, and you see, there's a little metal ring. There's a little metal binding on this book that had an hour, and you're now at 59 minutes and 58 seconds. So there's a timer on it.
I immediately start scouring this thing for the most useful information.
Okay, Matthias.
Matthias is probably first gonna ask, to see, all of the categories.
Oh god, you name it, they pretty much have it.
Ooh. Even demons.
There is one book on demons.
He'll ask for that one then. See if he gets any luck.
As you wish. She walks in the back and she pulls out a fairly small book and hands it to you. Sakar.
Do you have no other copies of books on demons?
You could read it with him.
I'd rather have a turn completely to myself. Could that be arranged?
Yes. After he is done, you may use it.
Thank you. And then I sit and wait.
And she looks to you. You know where to find things, books.
Yep, I do.
And you're like,
I
oh,
think I'll sit
no.
down and write.
You're like, nah, not deal with that. And then you just sit down and write.
I just sit down and start writing my theories.
Alright. We'll go to Momira first. This
Okay.
explains the very basics of how to basically it explains the small sciences behind divination magics.
Okay.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yes.
Oh boy. What was I worried about?
I mean, it's +4. It's not bad, but I mean, it's not like.
No, it's
I
not
had
the
no
best.
worries.
Yeah, no, you're right, you're right.
You actually do not get super confused. and you begin to put a few of the points together,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still not quite sure what that means. But you go through, and it's about a lot of like where you're like which spells give the most clarity and which ones have a level of ambiguity to them, and a lot of other
Mm-hmm.
subtleties of divination. What is the school of divination? Other things like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Focuses on like locate object, locate creature, other spells like that.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of the sciences behind it.
So yeah, the ones about expanding senses and stuff.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Matthias.
Well, first question is first. What would Sakar be doing while he's like sort of? Well, Matthias,
Yeah.
like, would Sakar be near him or?
Sakar would probably like. Okay, like how I'd imagine it would be like you would sit like next to one wall, and then Sakar would be like sitting across from you against another wall, just kind of staring at you and the book.
Oh boy, that's not uncomfortable at all.
That's not creepy as
Matthias,
fuck.
what is your intelligence modifier?
My intelligence modifier? 1.
Okay, cool. So, what specifically are you looking for in this book? Just general information?
He's looking for general information he can get in sort of demons, but also anything relating to what he saw earlier. Like, he has the big, thick tome. He has the, what do you call it? He had his notes in, but he doesn't have it open because he sees Sakar on the other side. So it's sort of just sitting there, his fingers sort of tapping on it with the other ones, like, going through the book, trying to find anything of, like, particular interest.
Gotcha. So you open it up, and immediately you learn demons are creatures of absolute evil. They only seek to destroy or dominate. There is no goodness in them. Even cunning demons eventually just fall into slaughtering your enemies. Even the higher ups are still conformed to this almost animalistic bloodlust. And you also know killing demons on the prime material is about as good as a slap on the wrist. Because you kill them here, they just return to their home, and they regenerate, and they keep doing their thing. Will they have a grudge against you? Probably not. But they will just continue to do their thing. And you know the only way to permanently kill a demon is to kill it in the Plains of Madness. So you have to go to their turf and kill them there. Otherwise, they just keep coming back. Something else you learn is something uniquely about them. It is stated in this book that they can be bound to the material realm with the use of a specific ritual with a magic circle spell and a summon demon spell.
Matthias is definitely going to try and take like some lighter notes with like the spare pages he has on like most of the general information, but on the summoning circle stuff, he's actually going to open like the actual book. He's gonna actually like the big thick book. He's definitely going to try and write down as much as he can about like the actual ritual
Totally.
that's detailed in it.
So, it was detailed and created by the Silent Man. So this is the head of the house. Basically, in his younger years, he wanted to utilize his magics and basically bind a fiend to his service. But when he was looking at fiends, he didn't want to deal with devils because they talk too much. And he doesn't talk at all, so it'd be a terrible relationship. So he looked into demons and found a great interest in them, and learned a spell of how to basically tear apart the rifts in reality and open up a portal briefly in the plane of madness to entice a demon to pop through it, and then as soon as it pops through, close it, and it's inside. It's been summoned inside a circle made to specifically entrap it. And then you spend a few hours. The specific spell is not mentioned because it's a family secret, it says. And at the bottom it says, haha, if you're not a silent main, get wrecked. At the bottom.
He's definitely going to have like in all capitals, like just the name Silent Means
Yeah.
amongst his notes.
And a particular spell is cast, and the demon was bound to the material plane. It could not hop through any portals to escape, and it was underneath the Silent Maiden's control, basically. And you focused in on a lot of that, so a lot of general information about demons is lost to you because of the time you spent, like, just observing that ritual. But you got a lot out of the ritual.
Alright.
In your
Well,
time.
if that's all Matthias can get out of the book.
Yeah, that's about all you can get. And then Sakara's just sitting there. And as the timer ends, it goes beep beep, and then it disappears out of your hand. And then it reappears onto Sakara's lap.
I was expecting to have to get up to get the book.
And then the
And
timer
then-
resets.
And then Sakar begins studying the book furiously.
Do you focus in on this ritual a lot?
I'm focusing generally on just stuff about how to kill demons.
Ooh, okay. That's actually after the ritual.
Okay.
They highly advise against using elemental magics. They're just resistant to so many of them. They don't know their exact resistances, but in the few silent mains that have actually interacted with demons, most of their most reliable spells just did not do basically anything to them.
Okay.
They also say, keep the fuck away from them. Because if they get their hands on you, you will become paste. So distance and control spells are advised. As well as holy energies tend to work very well against them. Even if it might not do extra damage, it almost sickens them to be around it. So a demon is more likely to retreat in the presence of a paladin than a party full of barbarians.
Okay. And then after that, Sakar would probably move on to searching everything the book has to say about Maw demons.
There is one article about Maw demons that you find. It is that a Maw demon is found on the only plane of madness that was ever attempted to be reached, which is the one Silent Main reached. He didn't get a Maw demon though. He got something a little cooler. It's not detailed what he got though. But it is basically a creature that just eats, and it consumes. And it's theorized that whatever it eats is actually being fed to the Chaos Baron.
There's nothing on it about how a Maw demon grows or anything like that.
No, because when you see them, you kill it.
Right.
They don't have any specifics on that. But they do state that there have been cases where the Silent Main's demon did get stronger the longer it was around. And it also seemed to adapt to the places it had been. And it gained a sort of resistance to magic the more magic that was cast on it. As long as it was kept alive. And it almost became one of the Silent Main's greatest assets, as sometimes it would absorb his wild magic after a certain amount of time, and it would utilize that in different things. So they adapt and they change according to their situation to better destroy them. Because eventually that got to the point where it negated the spell that he had used and ran away.
Hmm.
And that's the end of the book.
Okay.
Big lore drops.
Big lore drops.
Smart to come
No.
Smart to come here. And Booker, you
Dad.
get some good time to your books and your notes and your theories. Just writing and other things. And yeah, you guys have completed your time in the library. As soon as the timer on your book, Mamira, ends, it disappears and reappears on the desk of the librarian, which she then grabs and takes to its shelf. Same thing with you, Sakara.
Okay.
Yeah, Booker kind of just finishes and closes the book. Finishes penning down what he was penning down. It's not done, but yeah. And I'll take them to where the cooking station is.
Oh, okay.
The kitchen and the where we live, the house part of this laboratory.
As you're going to the kitchen, you see one of the protective runes in your house go off and something is vaporized.
What? Oh no.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, from behind you, one of the runes on the ceiling just and something is ash. So
Did somebody try to take something out? Like, is it something that one of the party members was carrying, or is it just random?
oh no, like something not on any of you was just turned to ash.
Hmm.
Oh,
And then a second. And then a third. And that's where
Uh-oh.
we end session.
Ooh.
oh,
Hmm.
oh.
Thank you
Uh-oh.
guys tuning into this lengthier session. It was a lot of fun. And we will
Yeah.
see you all next time. And until then,